WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former interns tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Holy shit.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
You said bitch, though? You called your wife a bitch?
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Another week of hoary crap. What the hell? Am I getting like triple double feedback? You guys there? Hello?
We're here.
YOLO.
Okay, damn. I was like, what the hell was going on here? I was getting like Mondo, reverb, Mondo, fucking. Anyways. Welcome to the Monday edition on this 4 September 2017. Holy crap. Oh no, Brace. Where we are broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence and watching Doomsday click off right off the bat. Come on, little Kim.
Making the Thunderdome.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, you little punk. Shoot it. Come on, shoot another one. I dare ya. If you notice that we're putting some shit on putting some polls up on all three Facebook pages of the WTF Enterprise, U.S. Army WTF Moments, U.S. Army WTF Moments News Team, and WTF Nation Radio. Gotta notice that there's a poll. There was a poll running, and are the results in? What are the results? Looks like everybody wants us to fucking shit stomp North Korea for blasting a fucking hydrogen bomb. So, yeah. Brooks are like, they're rooking pretty deep right now. Which, it's fucking, yeah. Good on them. Way to go. Years of fucking diplomacy and diplomacy and diplomacy and diplomacy. How many times are you going to get punched in the fucking face before you fight back, huh? I'm just saying. So, tonight joining me is KJ. While Cuffs is taking a break for a sec. And then we got Mom on the front desk. So, how are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking Labor Day, too.
Oh, I'm just doing Ducky.
You're just doing Ducky. Yeah.
Just doing Ducky.
Just doing Ducky.
I have my first winter chicken dinner in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, so I'm all happy and excited.
Oh, God. There you go, talking about the gaming stuff again.
I mean, what else do you expect with me?
Nerd. It's okay, I'm a nerd too. Nothing wrong with nerd. There's nothing wrong with I'm a nerd.
Nerds can still be hot.
Yeah, there can be some cool fucking nerds. But anyways, Yeah, so North Korea, praise, is fucking decided to set off a fucking hydrogen bomb. Everyone's flipping the fuck out. Now nobody knows what to do. This is obvious during the time that our president is running around fucking Texas, checking out the scenes, surveying the damage of Hurricane Harvey, and ensuring that relief efforts are being fucking handled. He's actually more of an observer. He even said himself that he did not want to stop and get involved and interfere with any of the stuff. And the next thing you know, everyone's like, no, come on down, come on down. So he went down to some of the areas affected by the hurricane. And we're still pumping out the numbers on the bottom of the scroll. And, yeah, so it's freaking... He set off a goddamn hydrogen bomb. A hydrogen bomb, dude. There's no more... What else can he set off? I mean, he's might as well fucking setting off he set off nuclear weapons. Now he's setting off a fucking hydrogen bomb. So.
I say it's time to just take them out.
Which is, obviously one of those things where everyone's going to offer their opinion about what
That's my opinion.
should be done. No, I'm talking about the diplomatic sense of it. All the armchair diplomats that have been, have had about maybe 10 to 15 years of bullshit pandering to fucking everybody in the goddamn world about everything and anything while we get fucking walked on. So, fuck them. Obviously, there's nothing imminent. We don't know anything at the WTF Nation's Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. No information's come out of the folks that work in that type of area. So, whatever. I know everyone's waiting for the president and the administration to get the scoop by saying anything that has to do with maybe or not doing something or doing something. Secretary Mattis said on Sunday that he's going to fucking, hey, dude, we're dealing them shits with a massive military response. He even said he doesn't want to seek, quote, total annihilation. But he said we have many options to do so. So he kind of walked out there with fucking the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and said, you know what, any threat to the United States or its territories, including Guam, or our allies, we met with massive military response, a response both effective and overwhelming, unquote. Meanwhile, Japan is gearing up for Pearl Harbor Part 2. And their government right now is
This time we're the victims.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you guys are fucking up. We make another Pearl Harbor. Pyongyang. But yeah, so now Japan's talking about doing first strike, preemptive striking. The last time Japan did a preemptive strike on another country, it didn't work out for them. So hopefully, hey, good luck on you guys. We'll see what happens.
I think they have a pretty decent reason why to do it now.
Launching rockets over your country, I guarantee,
That's a good reason.
That's a good reason. I think everyone here is not giving up. Go ahead.
I mean, I was going to agree. I could think of, worse.
What if he dropped a fucking chemical round? What if it was a chemical round? You know what I mean? Everyone's like the what ifs and the should have, could haves and all that. Are you going to wait for this motherfucker to finally do something? I know Grey Cloud and Mike Goff were talking about this on Sarge's time last week. You know what happens? What if it's just like a fucking, like it slipped, like it accidentally, like the wrong rocket had the wrong warhead on it, and the wrong Korean was at work doing the wrong fucking warhead installation.
Kind of like the Korean Carl was doing it.
Yeah, Korean calf man. Hey. All praise.
Carl-san, why did you load that weapon?
Put thing on here. Oh, thank you, Papa. Okay. You want a haircut? The next thing you know, fucking wrong warhead on a fucking missile. They just shot the fuck off, and then the next thing you know, blam. The reason why no one really gives a fuck about it right now is because it's not happening here. I guarantee it, everyone would be like all up in arms and would be fucking singing the national anthem on the steps of the Capitol if those little fuckers shot a rocket over us. And really fucking did. We keep saying that over our fucking allies, but there's a time for enough talk, man. Fuck that public diplomacy bullshit. Fuck that crap. We just have to open up a dialogue and ensure that North Korea understands that they're not going to be able to bully their way into the national stage. Fuck you. I don't think so. Obviously, with all these meetings...
I can understand.
Go ahead.
I can understand that you have to exhaust all options before resorting to violence. It's something that we teach our children, and talk and try to work it out professionally. And then if it resorts to violence, it resorts to violence, but that's the last resort. But with North Korea, it's been what, 20, 30, 40, 50 years?
Yeah.
Of, hey
1950.
man,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, about 1953 or something like that. So, still considered
yeah.
under war according to the armistice that we are still at war and we're just merely doing a ceasefire. So,
and wouldn't launching all of these rockets break that ceasefire?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. There has been plenty of fucking violations of said ceasefires that have been happening, and again, nobody cares. Nobody cares. They're gonna wait until something happens over our country. When I say they, that means our government. I think everyone's reeling at the fact that all the pundits against the obstructionists and the fucking holdouts and the deep state, whatever conspiracy theory title you want to name, have all decided to fucking, yeah, nothing's gonna fucking happen, so you're not gonna fucking do it. And then when something happens, more dialogue is needed, motherfucker.
No,
man.
we'll just change our Facebook profile pictures.
Yeah, change your face. We'll put a black ribbon over the Japanese fucking flag, and then say straight up, fucking, hey, we feel for you, Japan. We'll pour a bottle of sake in your memory or some shit like that when you turn into a glower fucking country because North Korea just said, I'll see you, and that's it. You're right. Shots happen on the DMZ all the time. How many stories that you've had, oh, well, hey, what's up, sunny coastal Texas? Thanks for listening. But it happens all the time. The DMZ. There's always some incidences going on that nobody fucking knows about or no one's saying anything, and the next thing you know, whoa, well, this is a travesty, blah, blah, blah. Dude sets off a nuke. Several nukes. Then sets off a hydrogen bomb, and then, oh no, what's going on? We think that earthquake that was 6 times stronger than a previous test was more likely a hydrogen bomb. No shit, Sherlock. Your grasp of the obvious is inspiring. Thank you very much for using your Geiger counter and your size. What is that? What's the other one? The Richter scale to determine that's not a Dependa. Fuck, man. Fucking bullshit. Everyone, like you were saying though, KJ, everyone only understands one thing. And sometimes violence is the only answer when they're a bunch of fucking bullies. Have you seen all those fucking documentaries on Netflix and shit showing what North Korea looks like?
Yeah.
It's fucking depressing. They're now going to round up.
Do you know what I've been seeing more and more of is because there's been some tourism and now it's canceled, but because Americans are starting to go over to North Korea, I've been seeing more and more videos of, obviously this is a skewed picture of North Korea, but look how wonderful and pretty it is and the nice food we got. And that really isn't helping the fucking cause here.
No.
They're allowing those videos to get put out there.
No. 32,000 people responded to that fucking poll about us boot stomping fucking North Korea. Thank you. No. Exactly. Korea's a dump. What beauty is in a country that has been so fucking exiled that they don't have anything fucking there? If you've seen some of the outlying villages outside Pyongyang and you see what famine looks like, fuck, dude, feel sorry for them, man. I mean, the people. I mean, I really. But then again, the people in the main city and all the other in the military centers are so fucking indoctrinated. They will sell out their own fucking mother if they talk shit about little Kim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he talks shit. Damn, dude. You just sold out your mom. Who cares?
Can I get some more rice now?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really. One of those things that you don't fucking realize. Happy Labor Day to you. That it's gonna have to happen. Something's gonna have to happen. Something's gotta give. I'm gonna use all the colloquial fucking buzzwords. Something's gotta give. That dog ain't gonna hunt. What's the other one? Sometimes violence is the only answer. It's better to fucking fight on your feet than die on your knees. There's going to be some other shit that's going to be flying the fuck out. And right now, Japan is voting currently to see if they can have a preemptive strike and change the size and structure of their military to become a military, not a self-defense force. That's kind of like fucking a big hint that maybe we're not following right. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not really a fan of having our soldiers fight over in or stationed there anyways to begin with, because it's a fucking, yeah, we talked about this before. It's gonna suck when all that shit happens. Some rockets are gonna fucking fly, and then that's it. Everyone's gonna be like, oh shit, well, what happened? How come fucking North Korea? How come we didn't pull our forces out? It's Trump's fault. They're all going to blame it on Trump. Or not. I mean, it seems like the guy can't do anything right, and he's fucking getting he's getting dimed out for not something happening or happening. He's damned if you do and he's damned if you don't. So, thank you. I don't really see. I really don't see a need for us to get involved in any more fucking diplomacy's done. There's no more diplomacy. It's now time to fucking act. He watches. He opens up, and I'm talking about Lil Kim. Opens up the internet just for him, and anything that he does, or anything that has a name involved, he trolls. So right now, possibly he could be trolling U.S. Army WTF Moments or WTF Nation Radio.
Really?
Do not pay attention to this account.
No.
This is a normal American capitalist.
Exactly. Hello. I'd like to make phone call, please. Who are we speaking with?
Why do you hate on Glorious Leader? I mean, Kim Jong Un.
I like Dennis Rodman. I really don't fucking see a reason why we should fucking keep up the fucking keep it up. Keep it up, motherfucker. Fight. Let's go. Come on. We're fucking done with this shit. No, there's no nope. Talk is over. It's fucking one of those fucking things where I just can't believe that everyone's just like, well, yeah. And of course they held a what they called it again? A UN Security Council meeting to write a very stern letter. And
yay, more legislation and bureaucracy.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now, there's been some tweets out. Because every time something happens in the world, our president likes to throw out them tweets. And it's got everybody fucking all riled up. I like how he fucking sends out tweets and just gets everybody riled the fuck up. Just because everyone's so used to getting all the information before and all that. And then the press will end up having some pre-made questions and pre-positioned questions and give it to the White House. And then the White House has to screen the questions. And then it's like a staged event where those reporters get asked those specific questions. And then that way the president can fucking answer in a rehearsed and a calm and methodical method, and then make it seem like he's a cool character. You know what I mean? Not Trump. This dude's like, fuck him. Fuck yeah, Japan, we back you up. You want to become a military? Be a military. Patrick Cronin, an Asian expert for the Center of the New American Securities Office, said that the Trump's comment on South Korea was probably intended to stiffen the spine of an ally, because he was talking about what the hell he was talking about that tweet, right? Quote, I think Washington's very serious about showing some unexpected resolve. We need our ally to remain ironclad, but at the same time, we can't afford South Korea to go weak facing down this growing danger. Hey, it's easy for you to fucking say when you're not on the DMZ. It's easy to say when your country is not south of the 38th parallel. Fucking Koreans now are saying, dude, shut the fuck up. We're gonna do some shit, because you know what? How many fucking times is this gonna happen before blam? The president also suggested that we put more pressure on China by talking about cutting off their fucking trade. Are you serious? This guy's launching rockets and setting off fucking nukes and hydros and shit like that, and now talking about setting off. Oh, we're gonna go huge and fucking talk about trade, stopping all trade with any country doing business with North Korea.
That's brilliant. And etc. Rely on the world marketplace, capitalism, even in China, which the Politburo there is still heavily communist. Don't they have? I think they have a president still, but I don't fucking know their politics. It's a communist country that's governed by the world economics. You hurt someone's purse, I'm more likely to work with you. You hurt the way I make money, I'm more likely to work with you. And if you can start getting people on your side, even if it's through a scummy way of fuck you and your purse, I'm going to take the money away from you. It's a good negotiating tool of, side with us, get the money. Don't side with us, suffer along.
Well, not to mention the fact that you got to remember that we have about $40 billion a month in goods from China is what we get. We import $40 billion in goods. So if you're looking...
And
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I interrupt.
No, what I'm saying, though, is that if you're listening to WTF Nation Radio or looking at U.S. Army WTF moments on your iPhone, guess where it came from?
And that's entirely true, but those markets can be easily replaced in Vietnam, Taiwan. You can definitely shift those markets. It won't be a quick and easy, a quarter or even a semi-annual transition, but it can be transitioned to where it does hurt.
I doubt it. Honestly, I doubt it. A reason why I say that is because, again, it's all fucking talk. Until we've sent, we sent some bombers along the border to bomb some targets, some range. I guess there was a range that's near the border that got them all fucking riled the fuck up when we sent some shits over there, but that's about it. The Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, it's almost weird having to say that, Rex Tillerson, is calling counterparts in Asia, saying that, hey, look, you must be talking about, who's the fuck? President Xi is who you're talking about. Xi Jinping is the Chinese president, even though they have a Politburo / parliamentary / communist / government. It's really weird how they set their shit up. It's almost like they're I guess they're a capitalistic communist country, if that makes any sense. I'm by no means any good with any finances. All I just know is that everything's made in fucking China. So if you buy an iPhone, are you supplying with the GDP of fucking China and allowing them to have a larger military by buying an iPhone? Even though it says, developed by your friends at Cupertino, made in China.
Well, the contracts and everything, the legalities behind it. You buy that phone, the proceeds first go to Apple, then Apple has to pay out, to get the phone made. So yeah, you're going to contribute to GDP in China, but there's factories all over the goddamn world, and fortunately and unfortunately, wages are cheap as shit in the Far East, and you can shift from. We did it in the early 90s. McDonald's was one of the biggest ones. They shifted from People's Republic of China to Taiwan and saved them a shit ton of money and brought GDP to Taiwan.
That's not even, I even throughout this whole fucking mess, no one's talking about Taiwan. That's a good point. No one's talking anything about Taiwan at all. You feel what?
Even China, you don't really hear about China in aggression with Taiwan. They're mainly, all I see about China in the news today is trade in the South China Sea with we're just going to create islands out here and claim it for our own.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't think that it's going to be it's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't believe it. Everyone talks about having a no nuclear fucking Korean peninsula, and then you're like, yeah, okay. How many nuclear tests of a non-nuclear country that they're not supposed to be nuclear? Is it nuclear or nuclear? I don't know. Anyways, Fire and Fury locked and loaded. We were gonna release the hounds on them, and nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. Everyone actually is making more of a big deal about what fucking the type of fucking shoes that the First Lady is wearing as opposed to this shit. Again, until it happens here, if North Korea fires a rocket and it goes over any of our territories, like legit our territory, Japan's not really a territory that we own. I mean, it's still considered a sovereign nation. But if we launched it over Guam, what are we going to do then? Oh, well, no. Now, don't do it over Guam. You better do it.
I know. I'd be doing crunches and losing my lovely beer gut so I can get the fuck back in there and have some fun.
Yeah, well, you don't understand that it's almost like everyone going into Korea while you're doing your fucking 18-month tour or doing your fucking 8-month rotation. It's kind of funny. We're not short soldiers, even though we're making units from the States go to Korea for a 6-month deployment to Korea, even though we already got people stationed in Korea. It's almost the akin of getting a fucking funnel and then filling it up with BBs and just piling the fucking BBs into one spot. That's what's gonna be like when you go into Korea. When all this shit fucking happens. You're really going to have to wait. I mean, it sucks to say. You're not going to be able to go into the North and the South once hostilities kick off due to the fact that there's going to be so much artillery rounds, so many rockets, so many fucking... Who knows? There might be a couple nukes getting fucking set off. Right there. Right fucking there. Then what? Yeah. Good looking.
Let's assume. Let's assume that there's going to be no nukes.
Okay.
Just for a quick moment. No
conventional.
No nuke.
Okay, conventional then. Got it.
And yeah, conventional. Just because of North Korea wants to unify, South Korea wants to unify, both with their respective political ideas. The only place I can see looking at a fucking map that would make any fucking sense is pull the hell back, extend the lines, and pincer. That's the only thing that I could see would work if a conventional war with Korea happened on either side. You have.
Sorry, I thought of the South Park fucking.
We're moving up the middle. I don't fucking know. I'm not a strategist, but Jesus Christ, Korea is not an easy solution. It's a very complicated problem in war fighting and fucking diplomacy and just god damn it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. When you said...
I just want to go fucking hiking. And drinking sake in fucking Korea, whatever the fuck they drink.
They drink soju, I think is what they drink. Yeah, they drink soju.
Oh, I want to drink soju and fucking drive my Hyundai and all the other fun shit.
I'm telling you, man, it is going to be ugly. It is. It is straight going to be ugly. Ugly. Day one. I mean, no shit. Day one, anything fucking happens, and it's what day? Yeah, it was about 60 years. It would be instantaneous fucking. It would be just overwhelming fucking force from everybody. You got to remember, the South Korean military area has about 600,000 fucking active duty personnel, and then 3 million fucking people on their reserves. Just the South Koreans. So everyone would be fucking fighting that's what I was telling you about the BB analogy. It's been shoved in a fucking, getting a funnel and just pouring a bunch of BBs in there. You're basically going to be fucking up everything in an area the size of Minnesota. And they have an army, okay? They have an army. We only have a division there. With, some aviation brigade shit, some field artillery brigades, armor brigade, chemical weapons battalion, just a standard brigade loadout. Now, we're not taking into consideration that we're just going to fly right the fuck in with all these fucking anti-air and surface-to-air missile systems in there, which they have a very robust fucking system as it is. So, that's it right there. So right now, you're talking about 650,000 active military personnel that are in the South Korean army, and then you're talking about only 30,000 troops in Korea. 30,000 U.S. troops. So the Navy would fuck up straight up the North Korean Navy. That'd be it. That would be it. That would be straight off the bat. The North Korean Navy, if I wouldn't even think they have a fucking Navy, there's just a bunch of little fucking boats or some shit, would get wiped out. So we would own the fucking sea on that side of the house. You guys think that you're gonna do some shit from Korea? You're not. They have, I don't know if you guys have been looking at fucking Military Times or looking at fucking Army Times and all that. They're bragging about the Global Response Force. Within 18 hours, the 82nd Airborne is going to be fucking launching paratroopers. And that's, they're not going to fucking 38th parallel where all this shit's going to happen. They're going to be fucking jumping in and seizing some shit. Of course, we're not taking into consideration that the fucking Koreans, the North Koreans have dug fucking networks of fucking tunnels.
It's not a fuck. I mean,
it's gonna be ugly, dude.
I mean, I'm feeling for all the StarCraft players there because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it top down, like thinking, like, well, how would I do this?
Yeah.
With what we have, and I'm sitting there going, like, fuck, 82nd. Where the fuck would I put them? Well, not Pyongyang because that would be just every plane gone.
Exactly.
Okay, where else?
Exactly.
There's so much we don't see. Like, we can look at what they have on the surface, but like you said, the tunnels. So much shit could be getting transported through there, be it manpower, equipment, even small vehicles, or if they're big enough, big vehicles, tanks and shit like that. We don't know.
Well, you got to remember that the tunnels that they discovered, one tunnel. They estimated that there's probably tunnels like that was an estimation now to be fucking over 20,000 soldiers, enemy soldiers, an hour moving through that tunnel. The fuck? What the fuck? You know what I mean? That they would fucking occupy as so fucking much. So fucking much. I mean, the North Koreans obviously would attack, Kaesong, Musan. They do their old approach they did through fucking Incheon and shit like that. But you're sort of kind of right though, KJ. There would be somewhat of a pincer effect, but it would be like pincering and separating the South from the North, and everything would be going straight to the DMZ. And everybody else would be going more north. They would be going more north.
Yeah. That's the only way I can think of it to be truly with minimal loss of life and minimal collateral damage would be, leapfrogging with the pincer movement.
They wouldn't
the Navy moves up, hammers the coast, move in, then you get the tanks, and it would just be a constant
you got to remember.
Fuckery.
Yeah, you got to remember though, along the you can't really fucking say you can't really say minimal amount of collateral damage when you have a city. I think it was like fucking over 4 million, 2 million, whatever fucking the capital of Seoul's population is. And just north of that you have Camp Stanley, Camp Hovey. They would be the first ones to be wiped the fuck out. And then just south at Osan and then Humphreys. They'd be fucking, I think Humphreys would be, because everyone hates going to Humphreys, everyone would probably be glad they were at fucking Humphreys at this time. Due to the fact that that all that fucking shit would happen, and they would also, there's an area in North Korea called the Chorwon Approach. The reason why I know about this shit because college study, military history, battles, old school shit, Heartbreak Ridge type shit.
I don't know what's this approach you're talking about. I'm trying to find where you're.
Just look at the Chorwon Approach. That's what it's called. I can't pronounce fucking most Korean shit anyway. So. But anyways, I'm sorry. Thank you for that correction. 25 million people are in Seoul. Thank you very much for that fucking... Damn, I was only talking about fucking maybe couple million, but 25 million people in Seoul. 25 million people in Seoul. And all these skyscrapers from my pictures that I'm getting right now are all up at, you know what I mean? There's a building, the fifth tallest building in the world is there. Fucking crazy, dude. So just one volley, like for instance, if fucking Pyongyang decided to launch all their multiple launch rocket systems, that's like over 300 fucking metric tons of explosives and shit flying over there to fucking Seoul. It would be just like how the Korean War would be. It would have been a long fucking slog. It would just been fucking bullshit. And the Marines, of course, would have a challenge doing amphibious assault operations because of the way those areas are probably fucking, whatever. But again, You got a larger military there in the South Koreans, and then of course with their couple million soldier or person reserve. Man, dude, fuck. This is no fucking joke. Now, what the Chinese might end up doing will probably, who knows? I know a lot of countries when we're involved and we're in a fucking deployment or we're in a war or something like that. Other countries that may or may not be shady will be involved. Like during the invasion of Iraq, we told fucking Turkey not to fucking get involved, but there was observers. There's observers. Oh, Turkish observers there. Hi, we're just observing. Watching our tactics, watching our shit, watching, what's up, Rango? Watching how we fight. I mean, all this is the crap. Yeah, right.
This will be great. They use monkey bars. We can build those in the desert. That's a great idea, the future leader of ISIS.
Yeah. Exactly, Game Killer. Game Kills, I'm sorry. It is going to be bad. It's going to suck. It's going to be bad. Everyone, and that's another thing, too. Yeah. What's a few million? Yeah, it is going to suck. And we're just talking about conventionals now. We're just talking about the conventional fight. What's going to happen when North Korea says, I'm not going to fucking lose. I want to win. Even, we want to say, ready to fight tonight, is what we've been saying over there. But the North Koreans, they got VX Nerve. They got nukes. They got nukes. How do we know? Because they've been fucking testing.
The minute they fucking go unconventional, they go WMD of any kind, be it gas, nuclear, fucking unleashing a wave of North Korean dependence on the South, whatever it might be. I have a good gut feeling that the majority of the world community, from China to Russia to US to everybody, will turn, and the entire fury of the world will come on North Korea. I mean, look at what happened in the 90s with the sarin gas, with that fucking Colt. The world fucking lent all of its resources in Japan to Japan to help with the sarin gas attacks and the Colt. It's fucking, or when in the 80s, when the Iraq-Iranian war, and they were using fucking I forgot which gas it was.
They were using mustard and VX. No, they're using mustard and VX. They were using the same shit.
Yeah. Organizations popped up saying, whoa, and there was a response, not a military response, but there was a response to it. Countries in the world today would not allow for that kind of response without any retaliation.
Yeah, but we're talking about we're moving away from the diplomatic thing again. The diplomatic shit is done now. We're done talking about them shits. There's no more. We should not be talking about diplomacy anymore. The diplomatic options have been off the table. Now it should be off the table.
And the interesting thing is that the armistice agreement is North Korea has left it, apparently.
Oh, you mean like I said, fuck it, we're not doing this shit anymore?
Yeah, on May 27, 2009, North Korea announced it no longer felt bound by the armistice agreement.
Damn.
Yeah, and then in 2013, it argued that the armistice was meant to be a transitional measure, and quotation marks here. North Korea had made a number of proposals for replacing with a peace treaty, but the U.S. had not responded in a serious way. But it then furthers to say that the U.S. position as of 2010 has been and always will be that a peace treaty can only be negotiated when North Korea takes irreversible steps towards denuclearization. So, skill and Charybdis here. North Korea is not going to get rid of their nukes because they feel that we're a threat to them, and we're not going to sign on a peace treaty until they do. And until then, we either need to blanket fucking carpet bomb the entire fucking country.
Agreed.
Or they need to get the fuck over themselves and realize if they want to be fucking players at the big kids table, they got to fucking play by the big kids rules.
I wonder how that would happen, though. What would you say? You're talking to a rogue country that has already fucking blasted fucking tests, and they've been known for human rights violations. They've been known to torture their prisoners and stuff like that. So now what? What you fucking? How do you think you can't have nukes? Are we gonna treat them like fucking Iran? Don't get me started on those motherfuckers. Countries that we
I think the easiest, I think the best way to do it would be to get the two countries that have the most nuclear weapons, which is us and Russia, which would be a hell of a fucking ordeal already. But get Russia and China and all those other countries that are right around North Korea and say, these are your options, suck it up, deal with it, or we're coming to play some ball inside your own borders.
What was the name of that document that you were talking about? What was it called?
It's the Armistice Agreement. Hold on, I'll get you the official
No,
name.
I'm just bringing balls. That's right, it's the Armistice Division. It's Armistice, not Armistice. It makes it sound like you're putting me in policy. It makes it sound like you're putting me in a document. Armistice.
But it's spelled Armistice.
That's right. And don't you forget it. That's right. Don't you forget it. Armistice. Oh man, sorry about the volume, guys. Armistice. We refused any more partying here. We were pulling out of the armistice. Whoa, hang on. You consulted WTF Nation Radio on this?
It sounds like you really like being them inside of that armistice there, huh, boss?
Yeah, that's all right. I'm just bringing balls. It just seems like this is like the biggest fucking dead horse we have beat for the last 60 fucking years about these fuckers, and we're just letting them just fucking walk all over us. Where's everybody at? It's Labor Day weekend, that's why. Yeah. I can't fucking believe it, dude. I can't fucking believe we're even having this fucking discussion. Fire, fury, and also the bullshit. Everyone was worried about North Korea when they were there because, like one of the guys in the Facebook live chat said specifically that there's a lot of shit that happens down there nobody knows about. Spanky's been there. Redling's been there. I can tell you all the stories about the little fucking drama that you hear that the news doesn't want to fucking have come out. Fucking island that they decided to send a few volleys of artillery to. Like, yeah, dude.
I remember that. That was a huge story.
No.
CNN and MSNBC were all over that shit. I remember talking to my mom about that one.
It was a skirmish, though. It wasn't anything big, right? I mean, nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Fucking dick bags. I'm done with this fucking policy shit. It's done. We don't need to be doing any more fucking policy.
North Korea's best Korea. Fuck it. Yeah.
Well, there's only one.
I'm just gonna go fucking my Hyundai over the DMZ and pray to God I don't handle landmine so I can go fucking drink it soju over in fucking Wonsan or whatever the fuck it's called.
Wonsan. Is that a
there
new?
You go.
Is that
a? Sit there, go to Sauerwan, meet a hooker there.
You gotta
go to Kengi.
You're gonna go to. You're gonna go to
their northern cities.
You're gonna go
there as well.
You're gonna go to Daegu, or go to Pohang, or go to Busan. Praise.
I'll go to Musan. I'll go to Musan. That way I can hop into China.
No idea what the fuck that is. Musan.
I'm looking at a map of North Korea, like plotting out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Bomb it to hell. The cities I'm gonna visit after the nuclear fallout.
No way, dude.
Goes away.
There'll be a glow. Everyone's gonna be glowing over there, man. Because we set up. I guarantee. You know how we just like to bomb shit. Because we bomb shit pretty good, and we know where specific facilities are at. And we want to take out their nuclear program. So could you imagine we bomb and then the secondary fucking explosions and it's going to be like Fukushima and shit. Oh, sorry.
Hey man, I'm just excited for when we nuke it. There'll be like shadows of North Korea video games that are all like radiation damage and fucking all sorts of survival games that'll come out in a whole new setting other than fucking Pripyat and some random Russian island to the north. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this nuclear war, and I for one welcome the video games that will come from it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, you never notice that video games always prophesize fucking
hell for that, but
like for instance, let's see, they were talking about Russians invading the Ukraine in Call of Duty, and they invaded the Ukraine and they invaded us. So I'm just saying.
I mean that would still be. I mean that would still be. I mean, fun. I would definitely link up with someone and be like, hey, where do you need me?
You wouldn't do that, man. You fucking fuck that. I wouldn't. When I'm done, fuck that, dude. I'm done. When I'm done, I'm done. Hey, Ice, you're retired. Are you gonna join the fight? Nope. Done.
I'm just like young and dumb. It's like, oh my god,
I'm
please,
too
please,
old for
please,
this
please,
shit.
please.
No, I'm too old. No, I'm saying, man.
I see Ice sitting there with his popcorn. Just
Yeah, exactly.
like Michael Jackson is popcorn.
Yeah, I'm just keep going. I'm just sitting fucking right there just watching and shit. Why would I I'm old, man. I'll be in the way. They don't have tactical fucking walkers and fucking the
I'll get-
military. They don't have
I'll get
ruggedized.
a,
They don't have ruggedized
I'll get a
fucking
GoPro.
wheelchairs and shit. Oh, god damn it. Oh fuck, here comes Ice. Watch out. Let me take a crack at it. All right, get the old man on the fucking DMZ so we can take one shot and then say, you thank him for his service and get him the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's what's gonna fucking happen. Fuck that, dude. But anyways.
I would be the kid with the GoPro on his head, fucking live streaming it. I'd have a Sprint mobile hotspot or something.
Anyways.
Live for WTF Nation
Yeah.
Radio, it's KJ at the front lines on I-95.
Why do we sound tired? Itis. I got the itis. Barbecues and food and shit like. Did you get some food? Did you all? Any y'all fucking doing the Labor Day cookouts and shit? Any y'all involved in that stuff?
No, that's
Oh,
work.
yeah.
Oh, well, you damn
Pulled
right. It's
pork,
work for you because you're a
ribs.
chick. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh man, I got the itis. I'm like falling asleep and shit. I'm like, oh man, it's time to go to bed. It's time to feel like putting on some fucking go to bed music and I'm done. Time to go to bed. So it could be worse. So, let's talk about this fucking cop that arrested a nurse.
Yeah.
Oh god, here it comes.
What? I think it's fucking. I think it's kind of funny that. This is what we talk about when we say Leos aren't perfect, just like Joes aren't perfect. You have your own fucking way of doing it. But apparently, throwing some tinfoil on here, that the guy. Here's what happened. The guy wanted a blood drawn because this individual was involved in an accident with another car. And he was a truck driver who just happened to have been a reserve deputy. So, I think there was some bullshit politics, like the guy, the boss, it's like the active duty cop didn't like the reserve cop. Does that make sense? And so he demanded he go inside the fucking hospital to get a fucking blood drawn, not knowing that his blood has already been drawn, but he's unconscious. According to the Constitution and according to the hospital policy and a written memorandum of agreement between that police department or that sheriff's department and that hospital, they'll wait for the individual to wake up so they can take blood for his consent or whatever. Because the cop was trying to correlate his police duties with something that happened on the civilian side. If that makes any sense, he wasn't doing, from what I'm guessing, his cop shit. So this dude, the nurse was like listening to her boss on speaker. It's like, yeah, I can't do this because blah, blah, blah. And this policy has this and this policy has that. And everyone was like shaking their fucking head agreeing with her, right? Yeah, okay. And then the fucking cop goes, arrest her. You're going to fucking jail. She's like, why? For what? What am I going to jail? You just heard my fucking boss say. You just heard my boss say that this is, and I'm showing you the memorandum of your law enforcement agency in agreements with this hospital on when we take blood. Now, I that's why before I even talked about this story, I was asking some of the members of the staff who work in the medical community and who worked in ERs and first responders, shit like that. This cop fucking crossed habitual line stepping fucking line there. Apparently, when you're unconscious, your blood cannot be given up without a warrant if you're unconscious. And that's what I'm understanding. If you're conscious, you have to ask permission unless you're involved in, whatever. However, this cop, this active duty cop had to have had a beef. That's the only thing I'm surmising on why this police officer would go after this fucking dude and was ruling to fucking arrest this chick for whatever. I don't know if he was trying to do the right thing or he wasn't, whatever.
You got to. That's the worst part.
Well, who ordered him? That's what I want to know. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's one of the cop Facebook pages, and the donut operator and all those guys. They were talking about it in depth, and I know donut operator, but they were talking about it in depth, and they had anonymous officer from the same department that was on an article, and I'm trying to find the article now so I can post it, discussing on what happened, and the lieutenant told the officer to ignore the order and arrest the woman for obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, he's like, okay, and he's putting that bind. Is it an unlawful order? Is it a lawful order? You know,
nah, he looked
had
like...
to err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
And follow the order in case he gets his... You know, he's still getting his ass fucking handed to him.
Yeah, but he looked like he was enjoying it too fucking much. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, let me get a supervisor down here. You know what I mean? It just didn't seem like... This is me. It just seemed like he was too... I don't know. It just seemed like he didn't get... It was like,
oh yeah.
It just seemed like he was too complicit in it, if that makes any sense.
Like he was enjoying everyone's reaction?
Understand.
Yeah, he was like, we're going to go in. And then put her in the fucking car, which I didn't know this, that they're required to have air conditioning in vehicles when you put a suspect in the car. And I guess fucking...
Didn't do that?
Didn't do that. And then discovered 20 minutes later that the blood was already drawn. And I'm like, oh my God. It just looked like the cop. They were both on the phone. She was talking to her supervisor. And it looked harmless. It looked like nothing was going to happen. It looked like, okay, I'll come back with a warrant. Because that's usually what Leos is supposed to do, right? All right, fine. You want to be like that then. Or they come out and they show you a warrant. That's usually the only time I've ever seen cops when they don't get belligerent, they don't get nothing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The cop's an asshole.
The cop to what?
The cop's an asshole. I'm reading an article right now from News 4 San Antonio, and they analyzed the video. And here are some things that I heard being said by the video. An officer said, other than the arresting one, Payne is the one who arrested her. Another officer says, I don't think this arrest is going to stick.
Yeah.
Payne then says a little while later, I wonder how this is going to affect my Gold Cross job. Payne is said to also work as an EMT with Gold Cross Ambulance. He continued, I bring patients here. I'll bring them all the transients and bring good patients elsewhere.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, see, so he had a beef. I think he had a beef, man. I think personally that he had. Now, again, we're not smashing fucking Leo. I'm just saying, this is fucking just like we rag on fucking vets and active duty guys and all this other shit. You know, we fucking talk about toxic leadership and all guys that are fucking doing the same fucking thing with Leos too. Yeah. Same fucking thing.
I'm going to see if I can find the video of him saying what I just read off the news article, because if I end up hearing that as it was said,
it was said. I watched the video. I watched the video. So I'm saying it seemed like he was enjoying it. That's what it seemed like to me. And I was like, oh my God, guys, really? And then she was, and almost now, of course, to her, now I'm going to flip it and play devil's advocate. I'd have said, you going to arrest me? Fucking take me then. Go ahead. Fucking go ahead. As a matter of fact, I want my lawyer before I say fucking anything. Because, I mean, I know it's already wrong. I mean, if I'm getting in her, if I was in her shoes, I would have been like, I'm thinking, cha-ching, every time they fucking cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. She didn't make the situation any better by making a fucking scene. So now, here's where I'm playing devil's advocate. If you fucking go off on how a cop is doing his duty to anybody else, but then you fucking say, oh, she's fucking doing a nurse. What the fuck is she doing to a nurse? Then the nurse should have shut the fuck up too. Everyone says the same thing. Well, that person, you know, if that person had not said anything, their arrest would have been better, or there would have been not so much damage to the arrest. So playing devil's advocate on Officer Payne, she made it worse too. The whole situation got inflamed and got burled the fuck over. I don't know. Do you disagree or not?
Both people could have handled it a hell of a lot better. He could have been more professional and called for superior, and she should have Anytime you say you're getting arrested and you verify, yeah, you're getting arrested.
Yeah. You have the right to remain silent.
Sit down,
you say,
shut up, and wait for a lawyer.
Yeah, anything you say can and will be held in the court of law. If you want, can I forward to you. At this time, do you have anything you want us to say? Blah, blah, blah. I want to speak to a lawyer. Okay, then that's it. That's all you have to say. I want to speak to a lawyer. That means you have exercised your right to remain silent, and you will shut the fuck up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're expected to say. So we can't look through the lens of how we're all supportive of on the Leo's side of the house. And fucking Leo's gonna get pissed off at me for saying this, but there are assholes in the Leo community, just like there's assholes in the veteran and assholes in the fucking military community as well. And then there's also, I mean, it's almost like it's like a dance. It's like a respectful dance. I'm not telling you it's like fucking Dances with the Stars, but her reaction too is what got it so fucking viral and vitriol. You know what I mean? I have seen people get fucking arrested and not have had any cuffs put on them at all. Once the act of making an arrest happens, and Leos, correct me if I'm wrong, it's game's on. The arrest cycle has to be completed, I guess, once you initiate a cop cannot just start to do an arrest and then take it off. Once the situation gets hostile, which is what she did, she fucking said, fuck this, and I'm running the fuck out of here. And people are like going, what the fuck's going on? She's trying to barrel through people and shit, trying to get the fuck out. I just go ahead, give me the cuffs. Give me the cuffs. You have the right to remain silent. I want to speak to a lawyer, cha-ching. Excuse me, what'd you say? Nothing, cha-ching. Cha-ching. Well, I'm sorry. What did you say, Ice? Mr. Ice? Cha-ching. Because A, it's on fucking video. That right there is gonna send it enough. Now, the Leos at that agency, the bosses and the chiefs and all that, fuck yeah, dude. Rock on. They fucking said he's gonna be handled. They said it was incorrect. They apologized immediately. Fuck yeah, dude. That's what you take responsibility for your subordinates. That's good shit. That's the way it's supposed to happen. Now
here's
go ahead.
Something that we talked about before. Like, what about her record?
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that. What pisses me off is that in our criminal justice system, the reason why people, and here's why I feel about the criminal justice system. People think that the whole idea that you are arrested and you are detained and you serve any types of time or you pay a fine or you're on probation, that means the system is supposed to have you do that to rehabilitate you to go back into society, right? And that's it. That is your fucking shot. That's it. It shouldn't be held against you for fucking anything else, because if you've done the crime, you've done the time, you paid the fine, and you're good to go, and you're free to fucking to navigate amongst the world and live life, the pursuit of happiness. What's happening and what I've noticed, and this is KJ because I was going to study some law myself, is that the majority of offenders that have been arrested, once the charges have been dropped, the system, it's almost like using 1980s ATM technology to track your fucking bank records. The system still has an arrest record on you. So when you get pulled over or you get pulled up on a system for a background check, for a fucking credit check, for a job application, immediately you're placed on this old fucking system of being arrested. And then now you have to jump through your fucking ass to do what? To fucking try to get that shit fucking cleared the hell out. So the system's wrong in itself. I think it's a crock of shit. If I get arrested when I'm fucking 25 years old and I got arrested for fucking whatever, disturbing the peace, fucking disorderly conduct, fucking drunk on duty, or drunk on whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Pay the crime, do the time, charges have been dropped. That's why they have, that's why they have, what was that, fucking, those commercials on TV, Morgan and Morgan. Morgan and Morgan. Don't want to pay for that DUI? Pay Morgan and Morgan, and they'll get your shit cleared and you'll have all charges dropped. But they never fucking get the arrest drop. That's fucking wrong. That's wrong as fuck.
That's on you.
How is that on me? How should that be on me? How should that be on me if the charges were dropped? Once the charges are dropped, the way the system should work is that every single thing from the end of that fucking charge that was dropped gets wiped the fuck out all the way to the beginning, as if I was never arrested. Now, of course, you'd have to say in an application for, like, I don't know, fucking clearance or some security job, have you ever been arrested before? Now, you should be under this maybe I should open up the ICE Act. Yeah, the WTF Act. Open up a bill. Well, you don't have to disclose that information. Why? Because if the charges are dropped, you're presumed innocent till proven guilty, right? In the court of your peers. Hubba, who do you trust, right? So that means you should not have your records at all. Fucking, that should be it. Your charges would drop, but then it says what? It says you were arrested. Well, you were arrested for this. And then you start the whole fucking cycle of bullshit all over again for you getting busted for getting a fucking fist fight when you're in the bar in fucking downtown Columbus when you're going through jump school. Well, you got arrested. Yeah, but the charges were dropped. But you got arrested. I've literally had people get judged just by getting arrested. But the charges were dropped. Well, then you must have done it. Motherfucker, I got arrested. The charges were dropped. That means what? I'm fucking innocent.
Oh, like, what's his name? Darren Wilson.
Who the fuck is that? Oh, who's what? Darren Wilson. Whoa, you threw me off. I'm sorry.
Oh, the whole Black Lives Matter thing. When during the whole court proceeding in the DOJ's investigation, Darren Wilson, quote unquote, was on trial for his, I guess, for shooting Mike Brown, and they found it like not guilty.
Oh yeah. See, that's how much
he can't get a job now.
He can't get a job. Well, I mean, why? Yeah, exactly. Should he be able to get a job? He was cleared, right? Because it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. That includes everybody. I don't give a fuck if you're black, white. I don't care if you're African American, Asian American, Mexican American, Chicano, Caucasian, Asian. I don't care. It doesn't matter what race you are. If charges have been dropped and charges have been dismissed, your whole record gets wiped out. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. The criminal justice system would look a whole lot fucking cleaner, and there'd be less motherfuckers in jail busted for no fucking reason. Because there's some guys that have led productive fucking lives that I've gotten, like I said, I'm going to go back to my fight, that I fucking got arrested for, and the next thing you know, well, sorry, you can't get a job. Why? Well, it says here, Ice, you got fucking in a fight and you were arrested for fucking assault and you were arrested for disorderly conduct. But the charges were dropped. Yeah, but you were arrested. It's almost like you're reliving the fucking same drama over again. You're getting punished over again. Fuck that. The way I see it, again, you've paid the crime. You've done the crime. You've paid the time. You've paid the time and the fucking fine. And you're done. That's the whole reason why the fucking the criminal justice system fails as far as the people being incarcerated. When people are incarcerated, that's the whole fucking idea of it. It is to rehab you. It is to be rehabilitative to you. Not to sit there and fucking talk about what you've done and all that. Well, no shit. That's why you're serving time, right? Is because you got fucking arrested, you got convicted. Well, once you're done, you're done. Oh shit, yeah. People are jumping up and down. Ice, keep talking, but I have to go to the bathroom. Yeah. Fucking hang on, take a break. Oh, this got me pumped up. Because we're going to talk about race next, and this got me pissed the fuck off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, here we fucking go.
No, well, we could talk about race. It's okay to be talking about race. We have three people here on air right now that can talk about race without nobody taking shit about it because we're all of different ethnicities, right? So, doesn't matter. Shouldn't matter. It shouldn't fucking matter. But, anywho, we're going to go ahead and take a break right now. Oh, wait. Hang on. Let me call fucking Facebook Live because, fucking Facebook Live. I don't want to get fucking razzmatazz because of some of the shit that we're playing. And, I don't want us to get fucking nailed for whatever because that would be bad. So, on that note, everyone get some... Dude, I got the itis, man. Fucking all that barbecue and food. Oh, dude. Itis.
That's why I gotta rip it.
Man, I think I'm thinking about making some. I think about like freaking a pot of coffee right now or some shit or half of it. I wonder if fucking the boss fucking always had coffee at the Aval. Maybe I think I got one of those Starbucks espresso shots. So, but anywho, again, shots, and I gotta make sure we're off Facebook Live because I don't want to get our videos pulled because a lot of people getting their videos pulled for no fucking reason now. So, and I think we're off Facebook Live. So with that, everyone get some shouts, and I'll see you in a sec. Shouts.
Shots.
You're supposed to say shots, KJ.
Shots.
There you go. Thank you.
limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Raw G, Brucey B, Kid Capri. Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in a choke, gun smoke. Biggie Smalls for mayor, the rap slayer, the hooker layer. Motherfucker, say your prayers. Hail Mary, full of grace. Smack the bitch in the face, take her Gucci bag and a North Face off her back. Jab her if she act funny with the money. Oh, you got me mistaken, honey. I don't wanna rape ya, I just want the paper, the visa, Capisha. I'm out like the vapor. Who's the one you call Mr. Macho? The head honcho, swiftest like Macho. I got so much style, I should be down with the stylistics. Make up to break up, niggas need to wake up. Smell the Indonesia, reach into a seizure. Then fuck your mom, fit the skin to amnesia. She don't remember shit, just the 2 hits. Her hitting the floor, and me hitting the clicks. Sucking on the hits, had the hooker begging for the dick. And your mom ain't ugly, love, my dick got rocked quick. I guess I was a combination of House of Pain and Bobby Brown. I was bumping around and jumping around. After then I asked her who's the man, she said B.I.G. Then I bust in her E.Y.E. Dead wrong.
This is Skinhead Rob from Transplants. You listen to the Mashup Hour with DJ Mugg.
You got it going on. You're dead wrong. The weak of the strong. Who got it going on? You're dead wrong. Pain on your flip like a convict. The Fulton Vicar. Jump in the accurate figure after I stick ya. Rip you like a razor. Straight up any with no chaser. Watch me erase you, misplace ya. Put you in the back with the derelict. Yeah, I pop money shit. Jump, I'm making hits. No time for the crack rocking shit. Took it to another level. Now I'm getting crazy paints, getting paid from the devil. Another amateur trying to damage the pedigree of the B.I.G. G.I.E. You know it's me. Holmes, I thought you know I'm smooth as a baby's ass. Smooth as Teddy Pendergrass. Smoke the grass, get in your ass. The Brooklyn born, test floor dawn, record shots, getting props, proving nobody drops. Words is potent, that's the blunt smoking Bed-Stuy bandit. And niggas just can't understand it. I bust a cap for the brothers in Nat, Comstock and Clinton. You know my shit is hitting. Yeah, y'all the fly nigga, Biggie Small. Make a nigga wanna dig up in their drawers with a burner catch a body. I got style like karate. Jiu-jitsu, when I hit you, then I split you like a cantaloupe. Hope you got a rope to hang yourself. I round for self from Brooklyn. Where else? Back like a Lexus coupe. I ripped your troop. Not even Lois Lane could get the scoop. What, you think I'm stupid? My crew is mad deep. I hope you niggas sleep. Yo, big, you're dead wrong. You got it going on. Dead wrong. I'ma show you motherfucker with no fucking family, no fucking friends, no fucking life.
Rockin' with my homeboy DJ Muggs on Mashup Radio. If you run up, you're getting mashed up. You understand me? Yeah.
Is that actually a picture of the Antichrist crying? I like it. It's tasty.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land-av point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
Put on your uniform right?
Expert Action Badge.
Show up to work on time.
Expert Action Badge.
Qualify on your weapon.
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
Find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your normal warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action. The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Action Badge.
Yeah, I love that fucking thing. So, Action Badge. Oh, man. Welcome back to part 2 of the Monday edition with myself and KJ and Mom. Ice is taking... Ice.
YOLO.
Yeah, whatever. Cups is taking a break. YOLO. Man, why do you even have to... I'm sorry. I was told I have to ensure that I'm not insulting the younger generation of listeners on WTFNationRadio.com due to the fact that they have a voice too. So.
Oh, they do?
They got a voice, yes.
Oh,
how
cute.
Voice too. Shut up, Cav, man. You don't have a voice. But yeah. So, had a discussion with a family member. For those of you that don't know, I've come from a multiracial family. I got everybody in my family. Pretty much. There's no Asians. But he was one of my family members was accosted. Not accosted, but he had he pulled his wallet out, and it was an American flag wallet. And immediately he was called racist, Trump supporter, and blah 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 blah, which could not be further from the fucking truth. It's just the fact that he was just pulling his wallet out and it's American flag. And he asked me, "Hey, when did it become just a bad idea just to be fucking American?" Because he was told, due to the fact that, if you guys don't know some of my, my mixture of backgrounds, I don't look what my intended background or heritage is. I do not look like them. I don't look like us. Them. See, I'm already segregating myself. Like I'm already starting off on a good fucking note. I don't look like them. So he does. He was told that due to the fact of his brownness that they were calling him names and all that. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he said, you're Mexican American. And he's thinking, no, I'm a fucking American. And then it hit me when he said that. And I'm thinking, you know what? That's kind of a good point. What if we started to say, now, the way I see it, due to the fact that we have somebody in office, wait a minute, hang on, let me rewind to the Democratic National Convention of 2007, when there is no white America, there's no black America, there's only the United States of America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Said by the fucking predecessor.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, right? I'm just throwing it out there. And so now that anytime someone throws someone of race they're just not whatever, they just have the guy. He wasn't wearing a Trump shirt, wasn't wearing anything that said, didn't say MAGA, Make America Great, had nothing of that aside from the fact that he had a little American flag on his wallet. And first off, he says, like, why the fuck are you looking at my wallet? The second thing he said was, who fucking cares? I'm American. Well, because of your brown nature, you should be more supportive of your brownness. And he said, fucking really? Do you have to put a label in front of yourself because of where your heritage is, due to the fact that, like, for instance, Mom, you're Irish American, right? No, you're fucking American.
My family toured around Europe, and they came over to America, and now I'm just American.
You're just American, exactly. KJ, you're American, right? Or what is your background? What are you considered? What hyphen would these individuals put in front of you?
If there was communism, fascism, or terrorism in Europe, I'm apparently from there, but I'm a Jewish American. I'm an American. That's the primary thing, is I'm an American.
Bingo. And that's my whole fucking point. Is that if you go ahead and start to align yourself with a tag in front of it, then I'm going to call you that. I'm not going to call you your American title, because you don't want to be American just before the mere fact of who is in charge. That's it. Listen to South Mississippi. What's going on? What's up, South Mississippi? Or as Jay already said, South. I'm from the South. That's the way I talk. So, if you don't want to be American and you hate this country, then I'm going to go ahead and not call you American at the end of your name. So you're Asian. You're Mexican. You're black. You're American. It doesn't fucking matter. You are an American. If you tag a title to the front of it and decide to hyphen your shit with American on it, you kind of defeat the fucking purpose of that speech said at the Democratic National Convention in 2007. Who cares? That immediately, I think, causes the rift when they talk about, we're trying to cross the racial divide. I really don't give a fuck where you're from. Pay your taxes, do your right thing, fucking do whatever you got to do, and whatever you're productive in society, then you're an American, then fine. That's it. That's the only way I'm gonna. Or you're a dick to me, then that's how I'm gonna fucking judge you. If you're a dick or a bitch to me or whatever, that's how I'm gonna judge you. I always have somebody. I'm always open-minded to things, but once you dick me over, or once I feel like you're a fucking prick or bitch or whatever, then I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. Has nothing to do with what your background is. Don't get the ass at me if you happen to be the color that you think I am trying to oppress you on just because I don't look like that brownness that you say I should be looking like. I've been told I should be hyphenating my shit. Last time I checked.
Why?
You know what? You would be shocked at the excuses that I get on why I should do it.
Okay.
It would be because you'd be able to get into college. It'd be easier to get that Pell Grant. It'd be easier to do this. I just hear the stories that I'm hearing from all sides of my family. And mind you now, I come from a multicultural family. The only ones I don't think we got in there is Asians. I don't think we got any Jews in our family either.
Racist.
No, I'm just saying. Well, exactly. So you're going to go after
That
all
would
the
be more anti-Semitic. But
Yeah,
anyways,
I'm just saying, are you going to go after my family now because none of the chicks in my family decided to screw some Jews? Come on, dude. Come on, let's be real. Just like it's a preference type thing, I guess, because there's not Jews where my family's from. You don't know of any Jews south of the border, do you? Or Central America, do you? There's no Jews there, is there? I mean, I don't know.
South of the border, so.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh wait, we're not talking about south of the border, North Carolina. We're talking. Okay.
No, I'm talking about that. No, I don't know the Jewish demographic status of shit. So I don't know. So again, but there's none of. I know from what I know of, there are no Jewish people in my family. I could be wrong because I have second, third order second cousins and first cousins and all. They could be all married too, and I got aunts and uncles that could be and their offspring. I don't fucking care. If you're in my family, you're in my family. That's it. I can't detach you from my family. But if you're an American and all of a sudden you want to hyphenate your name and you want to throw a hyphen and then get pissed off because people are calling you American, then fine, I won't call you American anymore. If you don't want to be an American, you don't want to be part of the American team, then fine, I won't fucking call you an American anymore. Which, isn't that what we're trying to move away from? That these groups are trying to say they want to separate themselves from? You can't even say Columbus Day anymore in Los Angeles without it being called Indigenous Day.
Oh, Lord.
Give me a break. What? It's just fucking. I hate it. Don't discuss, because I'll be honest with you. Again, it's all part of the norms that we have been raised to respect your elders, respect your say yes sir, ma'am. It doesn't have nothing to do with where you're from. It's just showing respect. Respecting police. The police are doing something. That's why I said when that nurse got arrested and you had the right to remain silent. I want to see my lawyer, cha-ching. That's all I would have said. Knowing that they're fucking wrong. But we attack police officers as what? Because they're trying to do their fucking jobs. Damn. Damn. Are you guys still there?
We've come full circle.
Yes.
Fuck. I have just been mixered. Wow. Are you serious, man?
What?
Okay, no. Okay. It just said I thought I was in mixer jail again. Because I remember I was in mixer jail for what was it, 72 hours or something like that? I can't remember. But I'm done with that shit. Stop it. Knock off your fucking bullshit of what you're supposed, whatever. Anyways, go back to what I was saying. It's, everyone's like, well, it's the golden rule. Respect me, respect you, or you get respected, or that's how I'm going to respect. No, it's just, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up, man? That's it. That's respect right there. That's the greeting of the day. That's the way you look at somebody. That's the way you're raised. That's some street sense. You say, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? That's it. You walk by, hey, man, I'm trying to get over here. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's over here. All right, cool. Thanks, man. All right, cool. Later. And that's it, right? That's like fucking.
I just don't understand how having a wallet of and it's an American flag on the outside of the wallet makes you racist. I just don't get that. Like,
oh, Camp Ripley, Minnesota. Damn, everyone's throwing the drops in there. Appreciate it. I think
because I don't know what that deems as racism. I mean, really, the American flag deemed as racism?
I want
I don't
to
get
know.
that.
I want to know what is considered racist by somebody who is a bona fide. I don't know. Is there a raceology or whatever? Because we went down this we went down this path before. There was another country that did this on studying of races and considered what's considered racism too. It didn't end well for fucking Europe either when that happened. So don't fucking go there when someone tells me that you say something or do something is because you're fucking you're racist. No. You're not fucking racist because you're saying I'm an American. There's nothing wrong with being an American. You should not have to apologize for being an American. You should not have to sit there and tell somebody, hey, no offense, but I'm American. No, fuck that. I'm an American. If it fucking offends you, then there's something wrong with you, especially if you are a fellow American. I mean, what was it fucking Mugado said? Am I the only one drinking fucking crazy sauce or whatever? Or crazy juice, whatever the fuck you said?
Well, I mean, look at... You can attribute that to... Here I go again about technology. Modern technology, where we have my generation, the bitter generation, and the generation after mine, which is the millennial. You have two generations that grew up with nothing but instantaneous information. And we've seen what the rest of the world is. And it's, well, why the fuck don't we have this good thing here or this good thing here? And to an extent, I can understand a lament with people in my generation and the one after mine, the millennials. I can understand, okay, I get it. There's things that need to be changed. But you can't sit there and declare your fellow countrymen a racist because they support the country as it is now and what it will be, and that's where the problem is. A lot of people see how the country is now as how it's going to be for the next 10, 20, 50, 100, 200 years. And they don't anticipate things changing fast, or they're trying to get that change to happen faster, be that catalyst. Change doesn't happen overnight. Dr. Martin Luther King wasn't able in one day in Birmingham to start and end the civil rights movement. It took months and years. Women's suffrage took months and years. All these things took time. And my generation and the generation that followed don't understand that, and we're too quick to jump to, oh my God, you're a fucking racist because you support the country and you don't support universal health care and you don't support ending the wars and
No,
and I live in a goddamn liberal city.
Well, I mean,
so I hear this all the time.
No, but I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about the specific incident of why you would even. I want to know what holding body. I want to know if is there, and I want this legit too. Is there some sort of council, a council of elders that would deem what is considered racist? Because if there is, please point me in the right direction so that way I can make sure that what I'm saying isn't, because I don't fucking know. There's some people that speak of a certain way that back in the day was completely accepted, that you can't say that now.
Well, looking at prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior.
Listening from
That's the
Guantanamo,
key part in that statement. Based on the belief that one's own race is superior. I don't think people are paying attention to that part. They're focusing on the prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism.
No, you're right. That's
where they're seeing
exactly.
Yeah, you're seeing the police officer in Baltimore I forgot the police shootings of shooting up the black community. You see Black Lives Matter responding. You see Antifa rioting. You see white supremacists coming out of fucking nowhere defending a fucking statue. People are seeing this as prejudice, discrimination, antagonism on both sides of the aisle, but they're forgetting that second half, the belief that one's own race is superior. It's not racism. It's jackassery.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not.
Yes.
It's not that it's illegal. You're just an asshole type shit. You know what I mean? You fucking, if you say, hey, dude, you're a fucking prick. It doesn't matter what color you are. If I call you a fucking prick because you're being a fucking prick, like the individuals that like to file complaints over stupid shit. Hey, I break balls about fast food workers not giving my fucking ketchup. If I have enough time, what do? I roll back in. Hey, you forgot my ketchup, and that's it. Man the fuck up. Country's getting too soft, like this comment right there. Melly in the freaking Facebook live chat. Wow, listening from Gitmo. Damn, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Bienvenidos a Cuba.
Hell yeah, brother.
So,
yo, you be safe down there, man, with Irma coming through.
Yeah, really, dudes. I was about to say, man.
It's what we have today is chauvinism. The definition of chauvinism is excessive or prejudiced loyalty or support for one's own cause, group, or gender. We have a exceeding amount of chauvinism. There's not that much racism. The majority of Americans are, what the fuck is going on? This is retarded. Oh my fucking God. Jesus. Oh, here it goes again. But then you have all the groups I listed before that are ridiculously indoctrinated and loyal. And look at the majority of the members for we'll go with Antifa. It's young, millennial, and Generation Z.
I want to say, man, there's their teachers. There's been some older adults my fucking age been involved in shit. There's a group called, I guess, Antifa Unmasked or some shit like that. That is putting their fucking mugshots on fucking line.
Oh, they got balls.
No. They took.
Just being sarcastic.
No, they put their mugshots on fucking line, and the next thing you know, you see guys not my age because I'm pretty fucking old, but guys in their late 30s, early 40s. They're their fucking teachers that are doing this shit. Their teachers are doing this. So the way I fucking see it, I think there's just some people outside that want to see shit burn and get off on that shit.
And even then, with realizing it's not racism but it's chauvinism, feel free, call me a chauvinist because I am exaggeratedly and aggressively patriotic about my goddamn country.
That's right.
I don't care. I will gladly take that title when that is the definition. I am. When it comes to the U.S., there ain't nothing that's going to get put before it. But they need to go to the dictionary and look up what they're trying to protest and argue and bitch people out about.
And that's what's unfortunate, KJ, is people are going to look at the dictionary and say that's a wrong definition and change it.
Correct. I agree. And like what he has described and explained what the definition says, the majority of people that scream racism and that's racist have never experienced it in their life, ever.
Yeah. We've had multiple races comment on how awesome and how we are the most, I think we are the most apolitical, fucking aracial. I mean, we don't give a fuck. You're American, you're American. I don't care. We even had at one time, and he had to take a break. We even had a member of the LGBT part of our staff on here, but he had he had some stuff going on and he had to take a knee. Not an issue. Not an issue at all. He came on the freaking show. He was a caller talking about some stuff and thought it was great. We were all like, hey, cool, whatever. And the guy was, and when, as soon as he said, I'm a homosexual, we're like, whoa, we don't care. We didn't care. Exactly. It's racism. It's not the racism that's fucking the issue. It's the race baiting that's the issue. You're right, Heath.
Yeah. And there are people dedicated, there are chauvinists dedicated to doing that, to committing that act and dragging people down. I mean, I don't know how many times where I said, I don't care, we're all Americans, we need to come together here in my city of Nashville. And I've gotten, what you don't care about the black people? You don't care about the Jews? You don't care about the Asians? You don't care about this? You don't care about that? Motherfucker, yeah, exactly. I'm one of those minorities you just listed.
Yeah, shut up. You don't even know. That's what I'm saying. So my family member was told, and then that's when me and him had a good conversation about it. And we wanted, I said, that's a good fucking topic to talk about segment 2. Because I said something's going to happen in Korea because he showed off some shit, and the next thing you know, bam. But I'm bringing this up because it's really funny that even the group that says that I should hyphenate my fucking blah 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 American doesn't like the fact that I'm saying that I'm just an American. They're the ones that are saying, and they are I am more, how can I say this? I am more associated to my heritage than they are. Do you speak the native language of where you're from? No. Shut the fuck up. Can you recount or trace your lineage of your fucking family specifically to that of your heritage? No. Shut the fuck up then. You're American. There's no need to call anybody a fucking racist just because you're a dumbass. You know what I mean? Oh, he's a racist. Why? Because I didn't know how to I didn't know how to do math. Well, then you're a fucking idiot, dude. That's not being racist. You're dumb. I didn't know I didn't know. I mean, there's some things that I'm dumb at. I'm dumb at some shit. You tell me to work on wiring, and you tell me to work on electrical stuff. You tell me to work on avionics and engines and stuff like that, turbines and stuff like that, and all that. Great. You tell me to work on some car engines, some diesel engines. Fuck yeah, dude. But you tell me how to fucking do like simple carpentry and shit. I gotta call Buddy to help me put a fucking door in. I don't know how to do that. I don't fucking, and he breaks my balls. He's like, you dumbass. Are you saying that because I'm a blank American? No, dude, I don't fucking know how to do it. I don't know how to fucking do that. It's not my fucking fault. There's no way, if you didn't get taught, you'd get taught. It's not a big deal. But you're right, Carl. There's just people that are out there that like to look for an excuse to call somebody racist when racism had nothing to do with anything about it. Again, that's why I said it's kind of funny that tonight's fucking, the host and co-host, we're multi of all that people can say that we are going to be. Because now what? You're going to have a Mexican and a goddamn Jew and a fucking chick fucking say, oh, you're racist. Oh, okay. Wow, okay. I said, is he Mexican? Why? What's a Mexican supposed to sound like? You know what I mean? I just shut the fuck up. Stop it. Stop with the race baiting. You're totally fucking right. Fucking Heath.
I'm going to be someone that's going to hear this and argue and say, white people don't even realize or refuse to acknowledge that our existence, our privilege, our success as a race is built on the backs, blood, and death of people of color. And
now, stop. What color are we talking about? We're talking about all colors other than white, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I just want to make sure because I don't want nobody.
I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, I don't want you to fucking know what it was. That I don't want the audience to misunderstand and make it sound like we're sliding to one or the other. You're right. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry.
When we're talking about racism, we have to talk about history. Unfortunately, we have to talk about some dark periods of history.
Of course.
Where we as the whole world did some horrible fucking things to each other, and we still do horrible fucking things to each other.
Yep.
But you have to, for that person that's sitting there listening and arguing and sitting there saying those motherfucking shitbags, they're fucking racist. You have to understand that happened. We know it happened. We had nothing to do with that happening.
I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Judge us for who we are now, not what happened conducted by people 100, 200, 400, 500, 1,000, 2,000, however many years ago. Because what happened, we can't change it. We just have to move forward and learn from it. But what we do from this point forward, that is what defines us. Fuck, I'm done being philosophical now.
There's one thing that I've came across that says, I never owned any slaves. You were never a slave, so shut the fuck up.
Well, again, but I'm thinking about the same thing too, is that if you really want to get into the history of bondage, all of it has to be opened up. It cannot be one-sided. It cannot be. It cannot be one. Do you know... And this was fascinating when I was stationed overseas and in my deployments. There are people in other countries that know our history way better than us. Way better than us.
I wouldn't doubt it.
As a matter of fact, there's like if you ever get stationed in Germany, if you get stationed in Germany and you're driving around and you see the small villages and stuff, and there's like a house there and it says EST established 1114. You're like, what the fuck? That thing was established in the year 1114 and it's still fucking there and it's a bar. You know what I mean? And you're thinking, hey, how's it going? Hey, what's going on? You're going to a fucking guest house and you're getting some fucking German chow. You want to stay there for the night and they have you breakfast in the morning. They go, oh, where you from? And then as soon as they say, oh, I'm from so-and-so. Oh, whoa, wow. Well, back in the day, blah, 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 blah. It's telling me shit I did not fucking know about Texas. Like, really? I thought I was kind of Texified, but okay.
Texified.
Didn't know. Yeah, exactly, Rose. Pourquoi it's en temps raciste? I'm not.
Please translate for the illiterate.
No, we're not racist. Why are people calling us racist? We're not. But again, so this German told me about Texas. It's happened so much. Do you know why New Braunfels is called New Braunfels? And you're like, is it German? And then they're like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. And then I go to fucking New Braunfels, and I'm telling some of my family members in San Antonio, New Braunfels, I'm like, hey, did you know New Braunfels was Germans and blah, 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 blah? Yeah, we knew that. But then you go to like their little fucking city, and it's not explained in there. It's almost like it's lost in translation or some shit. I'm just shocked. Countries in Africa that I've been to. You are not going to believe this. Did you know in Texas, this town is named for Africa? And you're like, wow, really? Fucking hey, dude. I didn't know that. Then you go to that state where there was Africans that had gone into Texas, and you're like, fucking, really? I guess not. It's not in here. Where's that? I think they call that town Troy. No, just kidding. Sorry,
I had to say, I said that comment of I was not a slave owner, you were not a slave. I was having a passing conversation with someone at the airport, and this gentleman that I was talking to sat there and corrected me, said, but I was a slave. I went, whoa, what? And he was older. He was in his 70s or 80s, and he got caught up in the warring warlords and tribes of Africa, and child soldier.
Yeah,
and fucking managed to get away and get to the U.S. and make himself a life.
Yeah, try to fucking explain that shit, man.
Fucking the dude was explaining to me where he came from in off the Diamond Coast, that it's it's still alive and well. You still have slavery that aspect.
Some of the stuff in one of my previous line of work was involved in some of the human trafficking and child soldier stuff in Africa and Nigeria and stuff like that. You're talking about the Ivory Coast and Cote d'Ivoire, right? And then it is very rampant. It's still fucking happening.
Here in Nashville, we are. I have we have two claims here in Nashville. We are the bachelorette capital of the U.S., bachelorette party capital of the U.S., and we have the most women abducted for human trafficking.
Because of that reason right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of that reason right there. You ever see that movie Taken?
Oh, God.
Fuck, dude. That shit scares the bejesus out of me. I could get kidnapped. Anybody could get kidnapped for some of that shit. Because, just not just chicks.
I mean, if that happened, we'd be coming after you. I mean,
No.
at least I would with my fat self eating a Twinkie.
No. All right,
I don't know where you are.
We're
but
coming.
I didn't get to go to 7-Eleven today, so I'm going to kick your ass.
We're coming for you.
They'd give them back.
No, they
They'd
give me
get tired
back.
of 'em.
They'd be like, you are not going to believe this. He tried to look at me and hit me with the rock.
They'll be
You
like,
kept
here's
asking
20
me if
bucks.
my dick
Take 'em
touched my
back.
ass.
His dick did not touch his ass, so he is lying. Doc Madness would be breaking my balls the whole fucking time.
Oh, I can't believe Minnie said that to someone the other day.
I can't believe Minnie said that too. You should tell her not to talk stuff like that. I gotta watch what I say, because sometimes my kids will hear me broadcast, during the weekends or something like that, or when they have a time off or day off. And the next thing you know, I'm freaking Brian. And then the next thing you know, my little one's like, "Dad, I know what WTF stands for." And you're like, well, and you're gonna think something cute, it's something so cute, waltzing, walking the fairies or something like that. And she's like, "You said it says what the fuck?" I'm like, "Oh, where'd you learn how to say that?" You're not supposed
from you, Dad.
She's not supposed to. Yeah, exactly. I learned it from you, Dad. Like those old drug commercials. She kind of noticed the kid smoking pot. I learned it from you, Dad. Smoking pot now is kind of relevant. But anyways, yeah, it's just kind of like you gotta be. I would not. You said the bachelorette party of the capital of the world, dude. That shit scares me. That shit scares me. When I was stationed overseas and I had my kids over there, I was terrified of fucking child abduction, because once you fucking, dude, I had shit fucking stolen in Europe because you're living on a military base back then. The housing was open. This is before 9/11. and your car got stolen, like there are guys that would bring their fucking big ass Dodge trucks or Chevy trucks and lift it and all this other shit, and they get to fucking Europe and they get there, it's gone because, you know, Albanian guys want one too, and you're never gonna see that truck again. That's what it was worse with kids. They would just vanish off the fucking face of the earth. That's always scared me.
And that's a slavery. That's a slavery issue today.
You're right. It is correct.
It's no longer just.
It's
no
our modern...
longer a certain race or a certain color. It's people.
Yeah.
People are another, and even if you want to get even more sinister, and this is from personal experience, fucking you have organizations that can get away with doing things in front of very visible enforcement. You know, you have Scientology, which has the compound in I think it's Minnesota or North Dakota or someplace like that, where you can see people working in this compound, and it's a retreat with quotation marks. But then you have a gentleman that shows up 6 miles away with his right arm entirely dislocated, broken in 3 different places. His left ankle is completely and totally destroyed. He managed to crawl 6 fucking miles to a police station, and now he's disappeared in witness protection. Fucking.
Do you honestly think groups like that? There's groups like that. Do you think Scientology's? I know there's that one chick that what's her name? Remini. What's her name? Lisa Remini, the chick from
Remy.
Remini. Yeah, she's like King of Queens or something like that. She played the wife. She was talking about. She's on Netflix right.
It's fucking There's Scientology's fucking. I've seen them just pull people, people protesting in Clearwater, Florida when I lived there, just pull them off the street. There was a black nondescript van, bam, stops, grabs a protester, gone forever. You don't know. It's shit like that where, there was a couple of years back here in Nashville, a chick was here on a bachelorette party, dropped her phone off one of the party buses. 2 days later, no fucking clue where she was because she dropped her phone and didn't take any security measures, and was never found. Her hotel room was empty.
That's
shit's fucking crazy, yo.
Yeah,
that's the modern day slavery, is kidnapping and selling them in the sex trade or the organ trade or whatever.
Oh, and that's the thing that's what scares me. See, I'm glad I'm all broke the fuck up because they'll they try to sell my fucking organs and they'll be fucking like, oh my god.
That's why I got fat. No one will kidnap a fat guy. Fat guys are fucking hard to carry. Chloroform my ass. You're carrying 270 pounds of fucking what the fuck. Granted, that's better than the 280 from the fucking. I've lost 10 pounds, guys. I'm proud of myself. But holy shit,
your fucking abductors are fucking having heart attacks and shit. It takes 5 abductors to get your ass in there. They're gonna fucking try to get my organs. They're like, dude, you're all fucked up. Get the fuck out of here. Drop them off in the corner.
What the fuck is this? This is entirely black. That's my liver.
That's my exactly. Oh, your leg is not supposed to look like that. Shut up. I don't skip leg day. Yeah, I'd be fucked up. But you're right. That's what scares me. That's what scared me in Europe. Because I was single in Europe for a little bit. Yeah, I was going through one of my many divorces, and then I was like, man, and I was like, freaking. It was like I feel like I was I feel like it was in the backstage of a Doors concert. And this chick that I met in the bar, and she's like, this Slavic chick. I don't know what language she spoke, but I was trying to ascertain because I could speak some languages. I'm like, oh, that's not that. No, it's not that. It's not that either. I think she was Bulgarian. No, maybe she was Romanian. No, I speak that too. So she wasn't. I really wasn't getting what kind of language she was speaking. And then she said in broken English, "You want absinthe? What the fuck is that? What's that? Absinthe? Absinthe? Oh yeah. Well, sure. How do you try absinthe, bro? I was seeing Aztec Temple. I was seeing Apocalypto fucking in the bar with me. Motherfuckers getting their chests fucking ripped out and hearts thrown and heads cut off and kicked and shit like that, and guys playing fucking highlight and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? It was the most awesome experience, but I don't remember the night. I woke up in my apartment, and I don't remember any. It was like someone had placed me into my apartment on the couch with my keys on the coffee table with the TV really low. Like, it's almost like someone knew how I went to sleep sometimes. And that was it. I was like, what the fuck? That right there, dude. I could have lost an organ. I mean, it would have been like stapled to the door saying, you can have this back.
Were you date raped?
Oh no! I don't. I remember up to that point. Woo woo woo! Gonna your body. It's a porta potty. I remember that. I remember that night up to that point where I don't remember that night. If that makes any sense, it's really hard to explain. It was images. Absinthe is some. I'm talking about the absinthe that you get here. The absinthe that you get here is like fucking. It's like getting this. It's like Red Bull. The small Red Bull overseas is like drinking the big Red Bull over here. Because the way the FDA is and also the shit. I brought back some fucking Red Bull cans when I was I still had some of my household goods and all that. Because, I'd buy a couple of them like that. Because it's a small little shot, so you fucking stay awake for fucking, like I said, you could hear and see sound. Hi, is you okay? Dude, why are you moving? So everything was stronger. Absinthe overseas is not like the absinthe over here. It's kind of like watered down or some shit. I don't know. It's changed. It's like buying bad weed, I guess you'd say. I don't know. It's been like almost 40 years since I've had weed. Damn, it's almost been 40 years since I've had weed. Fuck, DD214. Hurry up, get here. I was like freaking.
No, you're stuck in there till death.
No way, dude. Nope.
By the way, I ordered your Adidas tracksuit.
I already got one, dude. That's why I said don't hate on the Adidas tracksuit.
Well, I ordered you another. I told you I'd get you one for retirement.
Whoa.
Hey, you can have one for each day of the week.
It would be blue. It should be like every color except for like the bright yellow. I don't like the bright yellow and black ones or the white
you
ones.
should get a pink one.
No, not the pink one either. The blue, the brown, the black.
I found one that has the colors of the 82nd Airborne patch on it.
Oh God, why, dude? I'm not fucking. I graduated from the Jumpmaster School. I was never in the 82nd. But anyways,
you talk about Airborne all the damn time, and God damn it,
not everybody that is Airborne jumps in the fucking 82nd. There are other units out there that jump and that are not in the 82nd. Is what I'm saying.
Air assault.
Ew. How dare how dare you dirty this microphone with that name Air Assault. So anyway, my point being is that absinthe is good shit. I woke up thinking the same thing. I was like, God, I'm gonna need a safety brief. I'm gonna be the safety brief. Well, don't go out drinking with some Eastern European fucking chicks and do some absinthe and then you wake up at peace and then you got a big scar up the back. Because that's the first thing I did. I was on my, like I said, I had a good rest. It was a good rest. And the first thing I did was and I had my jacket off. That's the thing, because the way that jacket is worn, there has to be some work to take it off. The type of jacket that I had, and immediately I was feeling my back. I was feeling my back. I was looking at I ran into the bathroom, looking at my face, dropped drawers, looking at this was before freaking smartphones. So I was literally with mirrors and everything, checking my junk, checking everything to see, because it freaked me the fuck out. But that's what they do. They, you ever hear the urban legend of the chick that takes a guy and they're all hanging out, and then the guy wakes up all sore in a fucking bathtub full of ice, and then he looks at the fucking, looks at the mirror, and in the lipstick it says, ha ha ha, I just got 10 grand for your liver, or some shit like that. So.
Back to racism.
What the hell is a mini divorce?
A mini divorce is when two Oompa Loompas decide they don't love each other anymore, and Willy Wonka weighs.
Yeah, that's when Tyrone Lannister files for divorce. That's what a mini divorce is. That's what Tyrone Lannister is.
I guess too bad it's not that easy.
No, it's no. See, that's what I'm saying.
Loompa.
Yeah, exactly. That's what a mini divorce is. AAW, yeah, Airborne all the way, exactly, all the way. But yeah, so you're right, KJ. It's like real prominent. It is real. There is no such thing. It's still to this day that slavery is involved, and nobody wants to call that shit out of what's happening today. Because
did you hear about the woman that was a co-founder of the Louisville, Kentucky's Black Lives?
Oh God.
For white people?
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna read one of the 10. And it's the one that I'm going to get a lot of shit for, so I give you fair warning, because it violates the law. Actually, I'll read you two. White people, especially white women, because this is y'all's specialty, Nosy Jenny and Meddling Kathy, get a racist fired. Y'all know what the fuck they be saying. You are complicit when you ignore them. Get your boss fired because they racist too. Backing up be easy, but all those sheetless Klan Nazis and other little dick white men will all be returning to work. Get they ass fired. Call the police even. They look suspicious. And when you say, now if that was said in reverse, if that was said about anyone else, oh wait, that was said in the 30s and the 40s about, the Jews, the gypsies, the gays, the everyone else, and that Hitler didn't like at the time. We've been through this before, and we already had a world war over this bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're back repeating the same goddamn shit.
Well, I mean,
Write out
if
your
you're gonna
friends.
make lists and claims like that, use proper fucking grammar. Just saying.
No.
I know
Because-
I know yaw is like something regarding the pitch of an aircraft.
No.
They is.
Yaw is regarding the pitch of an aircraft.
They is.
Exactly.
I just drive the pilots. I don't fucking fly the planes, man.
The yaw. Is that what y'all means? Y'all.
Literally, it says yaw no.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's actually spelled out. It's not Y apostrophe all.
Y-A-W.
It's Y-A-W. Y'all. Okay, I got it.
Yeehaw.
God, this fucking. No, but it goes going back to what I was saying though. It's you correct them and say, English speaking English.
They get mad.
They get
call you
mad.
racist
They call you racist because you're correcting them because it's not y'all. Well, actually, is it? It's now you all or y'all, but y'all. I mean, because
Y'all is still proper English.
Y'all, you all. But if you say you all, then it's like you. See, you can't fucking. First off, I'm not even gonna fucking entertain that fucking chick at all to fucking talk about why she's even talking about these fucking demands when no one's placed any demands on anybody. I want to find these. Find me some documents. I want to know. We will bring you on this show if you want to talk about something. If you can legit give me some fucking documents, please show me where these documents are at where you think this is happening, and I'll be more than happy to entertain it to see what the fuck's up. But until then, shut the fuck up. You can't do it because there's no such thing. No one's being fucking. I really want to know where this suppression is. I want to know. Take me. Give me a guided tour of what's happening so that way I could we could report it. We can highlight it. We could say this is happening here because there is oppression happening here. Fuck, dude. No one can provide proof. It's all talk. It's all whatever. I mean, if you talk about this, and immediately Trump's doing this. No, but what is he fucking done? The dude just been in office not even a few months. Goddamn, almost a year. But you're gonna go off about that shit for something that is not. Oh my god, it's not even fucking related. Not even related at all.
It's jackassery and chauvinism. It falls back to chauvinism. They are overly, when you're overly patriotic or when you hold to a group or organization or whatever higher.
Oh, I'm sorry, you broke up.
Even if it's a race or a sex or fucking, the fucking flying spaghetti monster.
Oh my god, I didn't talk about the sex part either. I saw a very disturbing video that's very fucking. It was against men. It was against men, and I'm gonna stand up for men. It's straight up bullshit. It shows a guy coming into the emergency room, and he's being triaged, and everyone's asking what's going on, and he has the man flu. Because apparently, when men get sick, it's a big fucking deal, and women laugh at men because we make a big deal. Well, men aren't supposed to get sick. So it's a lot different. Your body, it's just like when you say, well, Ice, you don't fucking menstruate, so you don't fucking know. That's right. So you're not a fucking man, so don't speak to me when I have my version of the flu and you have your version of the fucking flu. So it was very feministic and very racist. It was gentrist or whatever you want to call it. It was against dudes.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about sex, don't get me started on sex, boss.
It's
a bad cookie.
It's just talking about dudes. It was talking about it's okay because if guys say it, then all of a sudden we fall into the maelstrom. That's why I said I don't know anymore. We've had this conversation before. I don't know anywhere now of what to talk about or talk to of said issues. Because now, again, when I have homosexual coworkers telling me that I could call them, and then they call each other fags, and it's because they're confused. It's now the point where it's gotten so ridiculous. There's no cause anymore to fight for. There's nothing. Everything now is an excuse to do anything. You didn't give that dog proper dog food. Why do you have a dog? That means you must be racist. You know what I mean? It's pretty soon owning an animal or owning a pet or having a type of car or whatever. It's gonna be labeled to you being fucking racist or whatever for anything. And
you bought a Hyundai? You're not. How dare you? You don't
How
support
dare you?
America.
Exactly.
You bought a Toyota? You don't support America. Then you buy a Ford or Chevy. You fucking intolerant piece of shit.
Exactly.
I've been
Why
there,
you buy-
done that.
Yeah.
Bought a T-shirt here in Nashville.
You know what's funny is most Toyotas are made.
Most Toyotas are made here in the
Exactly.
States. Yeah, exactly. I'm just, what I don't get is where are you? And of course, those that are saying that it's racist obviously have had extensive use of raceology in their studies to know what the term is racist or not. Not because it makes you mad doesn't make it racist. And this is me speaking from a multiracial family myself, so I'm probably going to get Mixer again. I know right now Mixer, the guys at Mixer, you ever notice a symbol on Mixer? It looks like a fidget spinner. But anyways, my biggest thing is that it should not be fucking held against me just for saying what everyone is saying. Stop. It's getting so fucking ridiculous now on what we're saying is racist or not racist that it's now ridiculous that everything is racist. Just like that one, that's like that one chick that got fucking was hammering. Who did she write for? She wrote for Elle magazine. This is one thing I'm going to close out before we talk about illegal immigration in our next segment. But anyways, Elle magazine. Okay. Now, if you call a woman ugly, what is that? What do you call that?
Being honest.
I'm just saying. So this chick in Elle magazine fucking writes that Melania Trump is this, Melania Trump is that, and blah 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 blah.
Oh,
blah.
that chick.
And she knows
That
no
looks like-
fashion sense, blah, blah blah. And you look at her, and you're like, oh my god! If the saw puppet had gained weight and retired, it would look like her.
Oh, you know what
I'm
she
looking up this
reminded
picture
me
right
of
fuck now.
was the is it the Mad Queen from the
Actually, yes.
shoot.
Yeah, from
Alice
Alice in Wonderland. Exactly. You're right. She actually does look like the Mad Queen from Alice in Wonderland. So she had the fucking balls to say that she's ugly and she's this, and this. And I'm thinking, you know what? Usually when someone, like if Channing Tatum tells me, or fucking, George Clooney or whatever attractive, name your attractive Hollywood guy says, Ice, you're ugly. You're a good-looking dude, so you could probably get away with calling me ugly because I'm not fucking, I'm not looking like you, right? I'm not Brad Pitt, so I don't look like them dudes. You know what I mean? Those guys are fucking, whatever. That's Hollywood glam and shit like that. If I called them that, I would fucking have no room to talk because I look like a fucking troll or some shit. This bitch looks like fucking. Oh, can I call her a bitch? Oh, can I say this? Oh, can I say that? Everyone's rallying around this chick because now they're saying you have no room to talk, and now she's throwing out the fucking whatever card you want to call it, IST card, because she's not attractive. I bet you if you took her to an old folks home, there's some old dudes in there who would find her attractive. I don't know.
I'm trying to find this chick you're talking about now.
I
want to see fucking Saw as a chick. This chick Saw as a female.
No, actually, Mom was right. It would be more of the
That the Queen.
Yeah, the
oh,
Queen.
Shit. I don't think it's the Mad Queen. I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah, no, it's. Let's see. No,
I'm
it's not the Mad-
Googling.
Yeah, Google L fucking reporter or L columnist talking about Melania Trump fucking shit, and everyone's gonna be like, "You God."
L
like ELLE.
Oh, okay. I was just typing in the letter L. I didn't even know what the hell is ELLE. What the fuck is that?
ELLE. KJ. Type it out and see who you say. L fucking columnist talks about Melania Trump or whatever. And then you'll see her in all of her glory.
Like, she made it seem like that Melania Trump was going to just do disaster relief and pumps.
Talking shit from New York in a fucking penthouse wearing a fucking...
The Red Queen, that's it.
Yeah, the Red Queen, that's what it is. Wearing a trash bag and shit. Melania Trump is ugly. And then you look at her, you're like, God. Damn. You're going to Google my mom. You're going to Google mom. Oh, there's some mom jokes going on in here. Your mama is so fat. Everyone's going off on each other inside, doing the mom jokes thing. Inside the fucking Facebook live chat. That's fucking funny.
Oh,
they're so cute. It's so cute when you see. It's almost like, I feel like, you know, I'm the cool uncle that has the 2 nephews and shit. And you want to make them fight, and they start crying. Then you say, "Shh, quiet, don't cry." Superman, don't cry.
So is Cos paid the child support yet, Mom?
The mom jokes thing inside the fucking Facebook.
Ah, that's a sore subject.
It's so.
I'll remind him again for you.
Okay, you're my lawyer, Cos Jr.
What are you talking about? What was that?
Well, she goes by Mom, and there's Cos Jr. and Cos, so
you know, the best
I made the
stepdad
child support
ever.
joke.
Oh, okay. Fuck, that's something I missed.
Just left me under a rock to be raised by grizzly bears and American eagles, man.
Heath, my other right, your mom. My other right. Your mom's right. Okay, we're gonna take a break because that way we can talk about the Dreamer Act that's not gonna happen anymore. Illegal aliens. I figured why not? We're just talking about polarizing subject anyways, and I figured since we go ahead and talk about the racism and shit like that, we go ahead and just knock out illegal aliens and stuff like that, and get it all in one fell swoop.
Fuck it, why not?
Why not? I know why not.
Yay! Yeah. This is gonna be why I drink more than one beer tonight.
Oh my god, I forgot I got PT tomorrow. Shit. So yeah, I could be fucking around. It's gonna be
Sucks to suck.
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. It's gonna be PT tomorrow. Because wait, tomorrow's normal work day. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill the Facebook live feed right now, and then go ahead and check us out on Mixer, and of course the tunes and the dialogue will be going back and forth. And then on that note, shots.
Shots.
Since 13, a chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in axe and sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start something. Bugging and bucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. Dumbing out just me and my crew, cause all we wanna do is hugs from the honeys, pound from the roughnecks. See my man say that I knew from the projects. Said he had beef, asked me if I had my piece. Sure do, 222s in my shoes. Holla if you need me, love, I'm in the house. Roman strong, see what the honeys is about. Moet poppin', hope poppin', ain't no stopping. Big Papa, I'm a bad boy. Niggas wanna front, who got your back? Niggas wanna flex, who got the gap? It ain't hard to tell, I'm the East Coast overdoser. Nigga, you're scared, you're supposed to. Nigga, I toast you. Put fear in your heart. Fuck up the party before it even start. Is he drunk? On the Henny and skunk? On some brand Nubian shit, beating down punks? Bitches in the back looking righteous. In a tight dress, I think I might just hit her with a little Biggie 101. How to tote a gun and have fun with Jamaican rum conversation. Blunts in rotation, my man Big Jock got the Glock in his waist and we're smoking, drinking. Got the hooker thinking, if money smell bad, then this nigga Big is stinking. Is it my charm? I got the hookers eating out my palm. She grabbed my arm and said, let's leave calm. I'm hitting skins again. Rolled up another blunt, what a Heineken. Niggas thought the loke out, a kid got choked out, blows were stoned, and a fucking fight broke out.
All you Trekkies and TV addicts. Don't mean to this, don't mean to bring static. Or you cling onto your grandma's house. Grab your backstreet friend and get loud. Pulling doors off inches. Grab you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire. I snatch it off with the needle nose pliers.
With the evil you never seen before. Gliding in the glazing like no dream in the foot. Like a racing with the bass, so not goofy like they're in a haste, so I'm a hip-hop making it nice with practice me running that you know. All right. We'll drive our ships to new land. Fight the home, sing and cry. Valhalla, I am coming. Remain calm, no belong, cause my form ain't fast. So what's up with that? I got friends and family that I respect. When I think I'm too good, they put me in check. Don't believe when they say I'm no better than you. Except when I rap, so I guess it ain't true like that, Joel, and you just don't stop. Guaranteed to make your body rock. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Say, Doc, what's the condition? I'm a man that's on a mission. Son, you better listen. Stuck in your wall is an electrician. Like the scientist. When I'm applying this method of controlling my mind like eyesight of rap that you could what? Now, hey, nigga, but now what the deal? I didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So I'm calling to Lucci. Some of my data. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. Cause I work magic like a magician. I add up the mathematician at the bank cashier. Engineer. I wear cotton and I don't wear your. Always sleep with she say I'm an abracadabra. In the whip, I'm gonna cruise past ya. Your money, don't jump yourself. Put that back on the shelf. Brains blazing, yeah, I phase in. My crew's amazing. We're working on the record, just stay patient. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Now I go by the name of the King Admiral. I don't wear a cup nor a job. I bring the that's beyond bizarre, like Miss Piggy. I am the one with the clientele. You say I'd rock, you rock so well. I got class like pink champagne. Let's see, ain't got the microphone, the mic goes stale.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shots. We're back. We're back. And, if you weren't listening to Mixer, you should, because that's where we play all the stuff that Facebook won't let us play. And, yeah, don't care about that. However, it was funny because it was a mix of the Beastie Boys and Led Zeppelin, and it was called the Immigrant Song. Ironic, because right now we're going to talk about immigrants. Illegal.
You're trying to give me an ulcer tonight, aren't you?
Why, dude? If they're illegal, they're fucking illegal. What's the difference? That's my point. If they're illegal and they're not supposed to be here, it's almost like somebody who's committed a murder that has been getting away for the fucking cops for about 20 fucking years, and they finally get the guy. You gonna feel sorry for the murderer and shit? Fuck no, man. You're going to be like, fuck that guy, man. That's what he gets. Hiding out from the cops. The same thing you do with illegal aliens, right? Right?
What about the ones that did not choose to come here, that were forced to come, though?
How would you say that they're
Because you brought up the DREAM Act.
Oh, but that's what I'm talking about. The DREAM Act right now. Currently, our administration is going to terminate or at least suspend it. What was it? It's going to be, I guess it's going to be winded down at least for 6 months before it finally is fucking ended, right? Is that what I'm getting at? Because people are now talking and backtracking. But anyways, yeah. What about the people that got no excuse? Oh well, shit happens.
So shit happens. So you're telling me that the 4 or 5 year old child that has no say whatsoever.
That's right.
When mommy and daddy cross that border,
yes,
they're accountable for the sins of the father. Because if they are, I got an excellent argument for you.
Well, listen, we're not talking, dude. That's like biblical shit talking about right now, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Cross that border.
No.
They're
What's up, Jay Reddy?
An excellent argument. For you.
Oh my God! I need to.
That's like biblical
mute.
shit.
Sorry, I got a question.
No, what's up?
Do you think North Korea is a trap?
It's a trap. What we're talking about, dude, we're talking about North Korea like in the first hour, man. But to answer your question real quick, trap to what?
I just had an idea.
A trap to what?
The world fucking. Do you think like all these other superpowers were like, yeah, hey, North Korea, shoot off these fucking fireworks and see what happens, and we got your back, buddy? Or do you think it's like a double reverse, double cross?
I think it's all of it.
Like trying to provoke us into reacting so that we can appear to be bad guys?
Well, I mean, we're going to be looked at as bad guys regardless. We already know that. But
no, I see what you're saying. I see what you're getting at, is that we're going to get double crossed, that the people that we thought were going to be our allies are not going to be our allies, and we're going to get jumped.
yeah, because this is like, it's fever pitch crazy, and I've never seen it like that. Like, I'm sure this is what it felt like during the Cold War. Like back in
I can't.
Well, I could talk about the Cold War.
I'm sorry.
I could kind of talk about the Cold War. Yes, there was some tensions back and forth that we didn't know. Dude, why do you think that movie Red Dawn was fucking made? They expected that shit to happen.
Does it feel the same?
Oh, the tension? Fuck yeah, it does. Like it's too right now. It's like really calm and quiet. It's like too quiet now, too quiet. Then the movie Red Dawn came out, but it was too quiet. You know what I mean? And then the Russians invaded Afghanistan. Then it got too quiet, and the next thing you know, we're fucking. There's some like little shits going on, stuff like that. We're sending people over there to fucking do some shit clandestine. Yeah, man, I feel some tensions. I feel tensions, but it's almost like it's the tension that you know that someone's gonna fucking sucker punch, but you don't know who's gonna sucker punch, but you're waiting for it to happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and we have been born and bred in America to say fuck that sucker punch and just bollywop whoever.
Bollywop on the smoosh mash? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, we can bollywop the smoosh mag if we want to,
but my point being, no, but I get what you're saying. But the thing is that our society now, look, the individuals that we're dealing with when we go to and you all been there, you've known. When we go into foreign fucking countries and we deal with somebody overseas, they're of different mindset. They will be more than happy to behead you in City Hall if they invade us. They don't give a fuck. So some of the stuff that you see them doing, they're going to be brutal if they were to ever to fucking
never see them coming over here though. Nobody will ever.
Well, I'm just saying. What I'm saying though is I'm saying that's their mentality. We would be like, oh, well, maybe we should give them a chance, and maybe we should discuss this and go through diplomatic channels, when those motherfuckers overseas will just more than happy to drag us behind a truck on fucking fire and not give a fuck. You know what I mean?
How do we show them that?
Not by, well, I mean, Korea's a bad place to do it. You know what I mean?
It's a super bad fucking place.
But the problem is, if someone tries, let's take our most steadfast ally, United Kingdom. Let's say they want to fucking do the sucker punch. Okay, great. They do the sucker punch. What's going to happen? The economic repercussions will be ginormous. The socio repercussions will be ginormous. The world is no longer, we don't have several independent nation states that can function independently now. We have become a global community where, yes, we need to take pride in our country, and I'll always place the U.S. first, but we have become so interdependent on each other for goods and services and resources that diplomatically you want to sucker punch someone, and that's going to piss off a lot of people and draw a very big line in that sand.
Do you still consider it
It's served
after a threat?
Do I consider him a what? What was that again, man?
Do you still consider it a sucker punch after a threat?
I just, it's almost like it's a hype man. You know what I mean? That hydrogen bomb was a fucking hype man type shit, and someone's going, "Oh man, oh you gonna let that motherfucker do that to you? Oh, you know what I mean? Type shit." And then
there's always going to be that third person that sits there and says, "Oh, I can't believe he said that about your mom. Oh my god,
exactly.
I can't believe he touched your girl's ass." You have two options there: walk the fuck away, or beat his ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just raised up whoop his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, it's the fucking little Down syndrome kid, you know.
We're giving him credence, man.
You can't fuck with the kid with the helmet on.
No, exactly. No, because you feel bad for doing it, right? You're fucking with a goofy, and you're like, "Damn, man, I should do that, bro."
I've had these conversations with older folks here lately, like 60s, 70s, and they're like, nuke 'em. Like,
yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Like, it's a religion, basically.
No.
Like, their brainwash is on religious scale 1,000.
Yeah, dude. Exceeded religious scale.
Oh, yeah.
So
you have to kill them all to wipe the slate clean.
Yeah,
but it's like a
much.
genocide almost.
No, it's war.
And there you go. You said it.
It's war.
Genocide.
Stop. See, you're humanitizing this shit. It's war.
Well, I know it's war, but I mean, there's the good Koreans and there's the bad Koreans.
Okay.
So if we're going to genocide the bad Koreans,
they're going to genocide themselves once it starts off, because they've already told us that we need to fucking make up. Dude, they outnumber us. The good Koreans outnumber us anyways, dude.
You know, Pauly Shore made a fucking good point. He's like, Dennis Rodman goes out there and kicks it with him all the time and goes jet skis and shit. Well, why don't they just jet ski and like SEAL Team 6 fucking just submarine pop up, scoop his ass up and take him back to fucking Texas and watch the country implode on itself.
Take him back to Texas.
I can just see it now. Where the fuck am I? You're in Texas. Holy shit!
Oh, what the hell?
Wow,
What's
is that
going
an
on?
In-N-Out burger?
Yeah,
Can I try
dude.
that? I mean, if you're willing to let your country burn to the ground. Oh yeah, no problem.
Dude, fuck off, Priest. What the fuck you got In-N-Out? That's fucked up. Yeah, dude. We were talking about. Hey, so what do you think about? Okay, so that I think we've got that down. We were talking about illegal aliens, and we're talking about the Dream Act, and we're talking about how the Dream Act. Basically, people are upset because illegal aliens, and they have kids, right? And they brought them here while they were illegal, right? And now when they were 4 years old, they were brought here illegally, and now they're going to get raised and all that stuff, and now they're about ready to do that. So the kids, everyone's illegal, okay? I'm not saying none of them was born here. I'm just saying that unless, you got a couple of them that were born here, that's fine. Then they're citizens. But then they're about ready to go to school or something like that. And then because they're illegal and their parents are illegal, they all get fucking deported. Now,
do you know what the requirements are to be successful under the Dream Act though are?
I don't.
Yeah, well, my point being is that coming from a race in my family that has a lot of said individuals that get deported, I'm not saying it's a standard practice in my family. What I'm saying though is that it's tough shit. Fucking and the family members that did their papers right, they say the same thing. God, man, you should have fucking done your shit, bro. See you.
Well, here's what the Dream Act, the mandatory requirements. You can't enter the United States on a non-immigrant visa. You can't have a non-immigrant visa.
Okay.
You have to have proof of having here arrived in the United States before the age of 16. So you have to have proof you came here illegally.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have proof of residence in the United States for at least 5 consecutive years since the date of arrival. If male, you have to register with the Selective Service. be between the ages of 12 and 35 at the time of bill enactment, which was, I think, in 2009? No, 2001. I'm sorry, 2001. I'm sorry, wrong numbers. And have graduated from an American high school or obtained a GED and been admitted to an institution of higher learning and be of good moral character. However, during that first 6 years, the qualifying people would be granted conditional, not permanent, conditional resident status, and would be required to graduate from a 2-year community college or complete 2 years of a 4-year degree or serve at least 2 years in the U.S. military. So, and then after that, you can apply for permanent resident status, which afterwards allows you to utilize the government facilities and benefits.
Okay, so
but until then, you're fucked. You have nothing. You got to pay for it all out of pocket.
Yeah, well, join the club like everybody else does too. Like, oh, I don't know, fucking Americans that have to pay for some shit. Other Americans that have to do shit like that. Fuck it, who cares? Done, gone. See you. Who cares?
But the Dream Act gives a person who did not have the choice of whether or not they were. You can't ask them, hey, little Joey, do you want to go to America? You're 4 years old. How the fuck? Yeah, Dad, I want to go to America. You're 4. You can't legally make that decision and have that impact.
Okay.
Even in hindsight, America's better than fucking Mexico, and that's just not saying that as in.
No. Well, being that I'm a card carrying member of said heritage, it is better than Mexico. America always is. It's better than, like I said, I'd rather have a bad day in America than any fucking day in another country, if that makes any sense. I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about going on vacation or something like that. I'm talking like living there and stuff like that. But just like how we don't like, as Americans, people telling us how to raise our fucking children, I'm not going to tell you if my 4-year-old, and this is my 4-year-old, and I raise him up to 18 years old and he's no longer underneath my tutelage, then he's an adult, he can do whatever. It's not for anyone to decide. Who cares about that shit? He's 4 years old, and what's supposed to be is you're supposed to respect that. That's a parent. You don't tell another parent how to raise their fucking kid. Period. You don't.
As long as that baby's eating.
Exactly that. I mean, if the kid's obviously, if it's not being neglected or abused, obviously. But you cannot sit there and say, you need to go ahead and, you need to tell your kid. No, fuck that. The kid is that person's responsibility up until the age of 18, let's just say.
I was born in Knoxville, and I stayed there until I was 3. My mom didn't ask if I wanted to move to Mississippi.
In some states,
exactly.
Some states have that permission.
You don't have that right.
No. But in some states, there are some states where they actually ask a 9-year-old because a fucking mom or a dad is influencing them for a custody battle, and they're looking at a 9-year-old instead of somebody being the fucking adult. No, it doesn't matter. It's still custody. It's still custody.
That does matter.
It does matter
because there is laws regarding parents moving out of state. For example, my custody agreement. I cannot take my daughter out of the state of Tennessee. My ex-wife can't take our daughter out of the state of Florida or Tennessee. So we have to have written agreement. That is the law of the state of Tennessee. And it's the same thing in many other states. But when you have two parents that are still together, it does not matter because both parents are together and they are considered a joint legal mind.
They're a joint legal mind, and that means that those individuals are responsible for the care, decision-making, and educational upbringing of that child, period. The child has no say in it.
And when you have a child when you have a family that brings their children over here illegally, the child has no say in the matter. They are what's known as a innocent victim.
Oh, God, give me a break. Whatever, I don't think so.
Or a victimized criminal.
There was no victiming
Whatever
there.
Way you want to call
There's no victimizing there. The kid was there. The kid was along with their parents. If you're doing something with your parents, are you a victim of whatever?
The kid does not have the ability to say no. When you were 6, could you tell your dad no?
No. He died, but legally, no.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Touche.
That's not the point. But the point being is that he did not. When he like I said, when you are raising your child, when you are raising him up, at that point the decision making stops at the parents. It is the parents' responsibility to take care of the family. like you just said earlier, KJ, as long as the kid, and you too, Jerry, as long as the kid's being taken care of, not abused, not neglected, then that's when the government should not be involved. It's almost like that whole family capsule goes along. So if somebody is bringing their kid illegally, it's not my fucking fault that their parents brought their kids with them. So what do you,
I don't understand the resistance to the DREAM Act because it does nothing.
No,
it affects you in no way, shape, or form.
The DREAM Act, I could give 2 fucks less as long as somebody follows it. And you know what? None of them fucking do because they want the fucking easy way out. That's what they fucking want. Again, I'm telling you this from card-carrying experience. There's fucking too much shortcuts, and our fucking immigration laws are so fucked up that they can go ahead and go through so many fucking different loopholes. Now we're talking about, someone brought up in the mixer chat about service members who apply, join the military, and then they become. The way I see it, if you serve an enlistment in the United States military and you've deployed, you should be a citizen. Period.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You should be a citizen, no matter fucking what.
Period and quote.
Period and quote. If you join the service, if you have, and I'm talking about being in the service long enough to where your ass gets deployed, like you don't fucking go to an enlistment where you're not going to go in. No, you're in the system and you're just like Gen Pop. You're just not treated like anybody else because of your fucking status. You go, and the next thing you know, bam, you get deployed. Bam, that's 2 points ahead. You got an honorable discharge, and B, you fucking deployed. Bam, instant fucking country. I swear, motherfuckers would come in like crazy if this would fucking happen.
I think that with Terps too.
But that is part of the you can do that.
No, you can't
with immigration law.
You can do that with immigration law, but what they don't fucking tell you, and this is what they get, and this is what these guys that are deported down in fucking Mexico that are sitting in there and saying, well, we didn't do this and we didn't do that. Under the provisions of you under a visa, you're not supposed to be fucking being involved in criminal activities. These guys got deported because they violated that term of their fucking visa agreement. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's a fucking contract, either or. Just like you can't just go up and tell a fucking first sergeant to eat a dick because on your contract you're subject to the UCMJ. The same thing with these guys that are serving in this fucking country and they're fucking resident aliens or whatever the fuck, what classification you want to call them. They're like you just said about the DREAM Act. You even said yourself, the DREAM Act must be adhered to at specific stipulations. Well, I'm saying the same thing about individuals who join the military.
So we're just arguing over the same point at each other, and because I was being a jackass. All right, my bad, Ice.
No, you're not being a jackass. That's a good point. But I'm just thinking that I'm just saying no, you're not. No, you're bringing up a good point. You're bringing up you're airing the shit out because this is where people start saying that they're not even looking at the core fucking act, which is they are illegal. Okay, I don't give a fuck if they invent a fucking cure for cancer. They're illegal.
Well,
you can't hold a. I said it earlier. You can't hold a child to the sins of the father. That is the key point here. We don't judge. I cannot be judged for what my father has done, or my father can't be judged for what his father has done.
How many fucking Confederate statues are in your fucking city right now getting torn the fuck down because of the sins of the father?
Oh yeah, see, I'm getting pretty fucked because of my father.
No. What I'm saying though is that it doesn't fucking matter. It's just the whole fucking thing. The whole point being is that to use that mentality, then that goes back to other fucking arguments. We're talking about the core issue.
So the kid though, but like they gonna deport the kid
with the parents.
Yeah, I mean you're not gonna take the kid away from the parent.
Fuck no, dude. We're not gonna do that. Look what happened with Elian Gonzalez and shit. That motherfucker got stuck here. And they fucking, what'd they do? Hey, he's got to go back to his parents. No, he needs to stay here. Everyone got involved, and you know what? Fucking Bill Clinton and what's that? Janet Reno, that dude that was a fucking attorney general.
Yeah.
And he just said, bring that fucking kid back to Cuba. And the next thing you know, he's fucking gone back to Cuba. They fucking raided that fucking house, put that kid.
Dude, I remember those fucking visuals in my brain right now, in the closet.
And that really is straight up. That's really a straight up. You want to know that's how immigration law works? That's how it works. Elian Gonzalez is a perfect example.
Why was that such a big deal back then?
Well, because what it was is that the mom and Elian Gonzalez fucking fled Cuba on a fucking raft, and she fucking drowned, and he got to fucking Cuba. The family found out, they picked him up and all that stuff. The dad was like, wondering, where's my fucking kid at? He needs to come back to fucking Cuba. And then the family there of the mom was saying, no, go back. He became such a huge fucking rallying cry for Cuban Americans, and everyone's saying, "What the fuck?" Dude? The dad is back in Cuba saying they took my fucking kid.
So he was an innocent martyr.
Is he? The sins of the father or sins of the mother?
Sins of the father. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was that the cause, or was this during the time of wet foot, dry foot?
Yeah, this was back in the wet foot, dry foot. Yeah, because they were going back and forth, and they were the whole. I mean, again, they sent in a fucking SWAT team with fucking straight warrants and shit. You saw that picture of that fucking dude holding the MP5.
Yeah, I remember that clearly. I was a kid, man.
Yeah, and everyone's like fucking, getting the ass about what was right or what. See, KJ, it's not the point that we were arguing around the same subject. No one is, again, I love arguing anyways. But my whole point being is that no one was talking about the core issue of the act itself. I have to deal straight up with the consequences of me taking baby Ice to rob a bank. Straight up. One of the two things can happen. They can either fucking say, no, whatever, or you're fucking going to get your kid taken away from you. That's what's going to happen. The same.
But you're trying to compare, and you're trying to emotionalize something that's incredibly difficult, which is something that is already law. This is law. This is period unquote what is going on and what we have to go by.
No, you're right.
And the hardest part here with say the DREAM Act and immigration reform, and by the way, hi Pookie, the hardest thing here with immigration reform and the DREAM Act is that they are going. President Trump is saying he wants to repeal it or revoke it. Great. But what is going to take the place for those that are here and have participated and are in their 6-year probationary, where they are still going to be under those provisions of the DREAM Act? What is going to replace it? What is going to fill that void?
As long as they're fucking going.
Because we can't hold children responsible for what their parents do.
Grandfather them in.
Grandfather in. Like I said, grandfather in. But again, everyone seems to be moving away from the act of it being illegal to begin with when they got here.
But a child cannot.
You can get some fucking extra credit. You can give
them do we draw a red line in the sand and say, all right, all the kids that are here already and their families are good to go. But everybody else on this side.
Look, here's the thing, is these same individuals are still collecting the benefits and still collecting some of these social services that we can't even get some of our veterans to fucking get.
But they're not. If they can start collecting those benefits, social services, they lose their conditional resident status.
Okay, then they get deported.
Minute they apply for it, is gone.
They're deported.
They can't apply for any of it until they are citizens. Their permanent residency can be jeopardized if they apply for these benefits and social services. And I'm trying to find how many people are currently enrolled in all these programs and bullshit.
Go ahead, Pookie. What were you gonna say? Happy birthday!
Happy
birthday!
Thank you, guys. Thank you. No, this whole thing, like the anchor baby thing, I think it's fucked up. It's really I got a cold-hearted side to it. Like they come over here illegally, they have a child, send them back when they turn 18, allow them back into the country. It's not our responsibility. It's their parents fucked up, and that whole original sin crap that y'all talking about. Your father's sins will fuck you in the end. That's the way it works.
If you're not American.
Well, I mean, even as an American, your dad could be a piece of shit, and I live in a little town. If your father was a piece of junk, everyone knows he was a piece of junk. You get what I'm saying with it.
I got you.
I am white man, and I'm automatically a Klansman because of it. Because of what?
Oh, yeah, you're white. You're white and from Mississippi. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, exactly.
You left the Mississippi part.
Whatever.
But being, for example, in Pookie's case, small town or white from Mississippi, you have the opportunity as an American to leave that past if you are bothered with what you are considered as presently.
I've been gone.
You have that opportunity.
I'm going to disagree because some people can't just pick up and move. Like some people don't have that opportunity. It's hard for some people to just be like, screw it, I want to move.
And that's their choice. But just because they make a choice, be it the choice of inaction or the choice of I can't do it or the choice of I'm going to do it, you still can't judge. A grown man is entirely different because you are a reflection on how the way your parents have raised you. And that's where sins of the father can apply a little bit because you are a direct reflection on your parents, your society, etc. But a child, a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old child, you can't hold sins of the father against unless they're stabbing the shit out of fucking dogs and cats and fucking lighting anthills on fire and talking about playing with their genitals with, little Susie Q down the street. Then you can, because it's a little fucking creepy and we don't need fucking Simon from The Omen. But you can't hold a child to the sins of the father because they don't know any better. They haven't had the experience and time that we all have had.
So what happens with the kid? Like, what do you?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. The way, because like you were saying, you're right, KJ. Not too many people understand exactly what it means, and so they must have entered the United States before their 16th birthday, which you brought up, and prior to, you said what, 2007 or some shit like that, and then must be in school. And this, mind you, now this is the previous administration that set this up. Must be in school, high school graduate, or army discharged from the military, right? As
Republicans, by the way.
Huh?
Republicans, not the Democrat Party. The Republicans.
What are you talking about? I'm just talking about that this was done by the previous administration. Had nothing to do with. Actually, the Republicans had a bigger fight in this right here, and they fucking hated it. They hated this fucking thing. It was the Republicans that were trying to stop it from happening. But anyways, so illegal aliens have to pay a $400 or $500 application fee. And they don't need legal representation. Meanwhile, somebody who's doing it right, let's say I'm Joe Schmo Mexican coming across, and I want to do it right. I got to pay $500 processing fee. I got to pay another $800 processing fee. I got to pay another $1,100 for this. I mean, there's so many, and being the fact that I've been married so many times, I have brought in foreign nationals as spouses before, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. I paid almost fucking $8,000 to bring one of my wives over. And what the fuck, dude? I got a real reach around. You know what I mean? I'm like, $8 fucking grand, and I was doing it legal. I was doing it fucking legal. I could have reverted back to I could have called some of my relatives. I'm like, hey, how'd you get some shit over here? And then, it'd have been fucking it. Jay Reddy has met me. I do not look like your atypical Hispanic. And I guarantee it when I say that I have family members that do that shit, that I think it's fucked up. That's why I say the best way to do it, as callous as it sounds, is like you said, Pooks, just fucking start it from scratch. Fucking wipe the slate clean, have it fucking done, and that's it. I mean, unfortunate. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, there are obviously going to be some extenuating circumstances. I'm not just saying straight out, but one of the provisions, like you said, KJ, was have to complete it in a high school diploma or an GED. Graduating, do you know how bad the graduate level rate or the dropout rate is for migrant and illegal aliens? Anyways,
it's atrocious. But this is incentivizing graduating.
Correct. You're right. I agree with that when it does. But cannot have been.
It incentivizes it because it can reward citizenship.
Correct. And any felony or more than 3 misdemeanors will not otherwise pose a threat to national security, like you just said. Some of them can't even do that. I'm not saying, I'll grind you now. I'm not blanking them all. I'm just saying some. Some of them can't do that.
And when they fail there,
yeah, exactly. You're right. See, that's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say, don't give nobody a blanket to fucking everything. There's going to be say for instance, say somebody. Okay, let's even ramp the scenario since we're speaking in hypotheticals. Say one of them has a family, a parent, both parents die in a car crash, and it's just them left, and they're about 18 years old. Fuck it. If they're fucking good to go and they've qualified through all that stuff and all that shit, I will say, because ICE does have a fucking heart under that fucking block of cold and steel, then yeah, I'll fucking say yeah. Fuck, you know what? Let them fucking stay. They've done everything right. They've got the fucking school shit squared away. They've knocked out all the requirements needed. They've not been convicted felons. They've not. Matter of fact, one of them is probably serving in the military right now. I totally fucking agree that they should fucking stay. Harm them, no foul. And then that's when the clock starts. You have this time to do this. If you do not do it, guess where you're fucking going? You're going back to your fucking home of record, which is wherever, Venezuela or fucking Mexico or fucking.
You know that would be pretty interesting if there is someone listening right now that is currently under that military provision of the DREAM Act.
Yeah.
If you're listening, please, I'd love to talk to you, man.
The Dream Act is where I was going with things. We should do it kind of like the Romans used to do it. And if you serve in the military for so long, boom, you're a citizen. I agree with that. Public service is a great way to earn citizenship.
Yeah, exactly.
And even with education, that's an excellent. You're investing time into an American school, into the American system. That's fine. It's my shtick. I talk about education all the time, but there's got to be. You have to be responsible. You can't just sit there and be a scumbag slinging dope and then you get caught. Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of my country. You've proven you're a shitbag. But that's after 16.
I got a question about the psychological part of it. So you were saying the rate of dropouts and everything, and I don't know if the immigration out of Mexico or where the fuck ever. If you come from an impoverished place, remember these stories as a kid, like, I was so poor I had to fucking steal that loaf of bread out of that store to feed my family.
Yep.
So do you think, I mean, I pretty much can fucking guarantee it's the same kind of deal. Like, there's zilch opportunity here in Mexico. We can't have nothing. I can't feed my kid. I can't afford to pay the $500 whatever to do the paperwork, and especially all the funds to get in there. Why don't I just fucking take a chance to come over here and try to fucking do right?
Yeah, exactly. By paying $2,000 to a fucking guy to bring you over, that makes fucking sense.
No.
I never understood that.
Once again,
they
let's
would
look
pay
at
the coyotes.
Yeah, they pay the coyotes. They pay the
It was the
coyotes.
same amount.
They could come over here legally doing the process properly if they pay. Exactly. I got it.
Exactly.
I didn't even.
Okay, all right.
Coyotes.
A coyote's cost. I just looked it up from Reuters. A coyote costs roughly $35,000 to $4,000.
Yeah. See. Bam.
However,
Olay.
That is a low end, but a low end coyote will only get you across the border. And comparatively to the current poverty rate in the country of Mexico, it is at the last time it was evaluated 46.2% in 2014. If there's an updated statistic, I haven't done it, but I just researched in 30 seconds, so forgive me. But 46.2% in 2014 were in poverty. That's less than $157.40 a month.
So how many Americans were in that roll-up? Not talking about illegals. I don't give a fuck about. I'm telling you, man. I don't care about illegals. I'm more worried about Americans. How many Americans look at those numbers on Americans and see what fucking happens?
No one in America makes $157.40 a month.
I would say there are some that do.
I would.
You're right. No hard-working American.
A shit ton of homeless veterans sitting there just like fucking with a thumb up their butt trying to get help, and they can't get help. I mean, we're more worried about immigrants. We can't take care of our own. I mean, it's insane.
Only get that much for their VA, and they can't work because they fucked them over at the VA and didn't give them the benefits they deserved.
No, so I mean,
we need VA reform. We need immigration reform.
Well, we've been saying immigration reform forever. I'm just talking about this one specific plan that everyone was talking about, that everyone was making a big deal about it. And I'm thinking, okay, fine, fuck it. There are provisions that you have to complete to go through, like you were saying, KJ. And there's dudes not even doing that. They're not even doing that. And then they're like, oh well, I didn't get a fair shake, motherfucker. Let me take you up in the fucking up in the Appalachians. Let me take you up in fucking somewhere around.
Exactly.
Let me take you somewhere around Bradenton, Florida. Let me or Gibsonton, Florida. Let me show you some impoverished people, and then you mean to tell me that they didn't get a fair shake? I don't think so.
I'll take you to meet some of my kinfolk, and you'll be like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, me too. And you're like, I mean, because mind you, now remember I'm half, so I have kinfolk too that are of that, and I go every time I see them, I buy a fucking week's worth of groceries, man. That's just
going down I-10 to Mobile when you're going from when you're going through Mobile to Florida, trying to hit I-10 right there where you turn onto the interstate. There is a mob of homeless people all the time.
Yeah, dude.
All the fucking it's like, and these are like it's super fucking sad.
We can spend billions of dollars helping people in another country, but we can't help our own people. That's the thing that pisses me off the most. It just blows my mind.
You need to make fucking regular flights to the moon because I'm trying to live that life.
What? No oxygen?
The gravity's too small.
About to say, bro.
I'm trying to get a flight on the dark side of the moon and check that out.
Where the Nazi moon bases are at?
Yeah, get another divorce. Hey, go ahead and give us a call. We're about ready to get stanked. I'm gonna go ahead and let me do your let me do your call, Stankus. There we go. Where you at? That's like
Who or what is a stank?
Oh,
you don't.
Stankus is an old and wise philosopher for back from the day. Me and him are about the same age and shit, so we talk about old school stuff, and he likes to throw in some of his old school knowledge.
He's a long time and loyal listener.
Yeah, he is. He rolls with the flow on WTF Nation Radio since its inception, and so he's kicking.
I'm just gonna go hide in the corner now.
That's all old Mississippi kinfolk right there.
He's a good dude. But go ahead and call Stank. I see you on there. No, we're getting heated. I didn't want to get interrupted because I wanted some people to get the don't F it. Come on, dude, give us a call.
Fuck you today. Fuck you, big boy.
Like a somebody.
Like a somebody. Fuck you, big. I hate you.
Sexual Tyrannosaurus.
We gotta find the fucking curry link.
Oh man.
Do I have you? Hello, I need to speak to somebody who can
speak inside Chinese. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to be fucking around like this, but you know this is fucking funny. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I mean, your point, KJ. I mean, I am seeing your point. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not excusing. I mean, again, it is fucked up for any parent. Fucking, I just watched some Tyler Perry. It's fucked up for anybody to bring their child in anything that has to do with some type of criminality. You know what I mean? And there are some individuals that back in the day decided to pack up and say, you know, we're going to fucking move east, we're going to move west, we're going to go north, and we're just going to take everything we got and sell everything and all this other shit. You know how hard it is to get any type of immigrant status in Mexico? They detain your ass until they kick you the fuck out.
Damn, I was just about to say that.
So they fucking they don't. Again, we're going to cultures, and I don't want to say we're pandering to cultures, but it's almost like we are worried about what other cultures are thinking or saying, or other countries are saying, without thinking about what we need to do. What we need to do. I don't give a fuck about the thinking part. What we need to do to take care of our citizens. And I tell you what, that's why the fucking hurricane relief effort's going on right now. Fucking A, dude. I love it. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
But at the same time, you know, we can't deny our history of a country of immigrants. We are an immigrants country. We are the place where you can come and live the American dream, and the American dream is for everyone. Now, if you come here illegally, you're a fucking asshole.
There you go.
But if you are a child, and I will stand by this till the end of the fucking day, and you are a child, and your mom and dad decide to immigrate here illegally, your parents are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
It does not make the kid an asshole, and I would afford him as many opportunities to do the right thing. And I love what the Dream Act does in that manner. You know, leave the Dream Act, enforce it, fucking enforce it.
Okay. I just get weirded out when people start talking about children, because that usually leads to like fascism. Because like, you know, the kids. You know,
It's all about the children. It's all about the children.
The only 3 kids I care about: my godchild, my fucking daughter, and I don't know.
It's for the children. It's for the children. No. That's what they always fucking say. They always say it's for the children. And I'm going to tell you something right now. You're right. We are a nation of immigrants. And you know what they all fucking filed into? Ellis fucking Island. And they all registered their fucking name. That's why some of the derogatory terms that come from that time period, it was because of that reason right there. People from Italy that didn't come without papers. Do you know what they call them? WAPs. That's what without papers means. WAPs. That's what they're guys who didn't come without papers.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I learned something new.
There were so many fucking ships that were turned away during the fucking bubonic plague and all this other bullshit, or any type of blight famine that was happening during the fucking 1900s, 1800s. You know what we did? We turned them the fuck away.
Derogatory terms make me smile because sometimes they're clever.
Well, I mean, just like saying pogue. Pogue. Person other than a grunt, right? Hang on. I haven't seen this person before. Hang on.
Hello.
WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. What's up? Damn, this is a packed house.
What language do you speak?
Do you speak in English?
Hello, dude.
Is this Kim Jong-il?
I have no idea who this is. Hello.
That would be fucking epic. I would love to hear from that motherfucker.
Oh, you guys, my favorite radio station.
Pass. What's going on?
What is going on?
Stankus, my man.
Man,
hey.
Holy shit.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rile
man,
you up.
You guys are on it. Nah, man, go ahead.
No, you were taking a nap. I know you had the fucking Labor Day barbecue-itis and shit, and I didn't mean to rile you up.
No, man. Hey, dude, just rolled into town fighting traffic on I-10 from the Redneck Riviera of Destin, Florida. Man, it was awesome.
Oh,
Hang
you
out
came
with
to
this.
the sweet place, baby.
Love me some Destin. So did you go drink a couple beers at the Hell and Back?
You know, no, I got drunk in my condo room. That's what I did. I spit and tried not to throw up off the balcony. It was awesome.
You left before the hurricanes get in there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah. So you got any assets and stuff going on over there that nobody wants to fucking you know that you're good to go with your family and stuff like that?
Yeah, man. We were good. We were good. There were. I'm actually quite pleased that we're discussing this topic because there were quite a few possibly undocumented immigrants were shacked up in the hotel room, probably 19 to a 2-bedroom room. I was impressed. Man, holy shit.
Oh, man. This is not a
family. But it was all good. It was all good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great, actually. I had a good time. A little Stank, got to dip his toes there in the there at the Emerald Isle there, and and then said, to hell with this shit, I'm going back over here and make sandcastles, and hit the cheesy ass tourist trap, Big Kahuna. Anyway, it was good, man. It was good, man. But you know what? Everything you're saying, you mind if I opine a little bit before you wrap it up?
Send it.
All right. So here's the deal. I totally get it, man. And I really appreciate the gentleman regarding the dream, the victims of the victims of their parents' malfeasance, and then they're left to suffer. A lot of these youngsters, what the hell? You're going to deport them? A lot of them can't even really speak Spanish. They don't have any concept of Mexican culture, and throw their ass back down across the border. Yeah, that's wrong. I do agree. Despite the fact that I can sometimes be a rather hard line, I'm certainly with it. I didn't hear, ironically, because Little Snake was in the back seat raising hell. He was pretty much tired of riding on the road, just for the record. So I didn't get to catch Donald Trump's, announcement that he was supposed to get out there and make his policy change this evening. And clue me in real quick, somebody. What do you say? No, they're all going back over the fence. They're staying on this side of the wall.
He is looking at suspending the act itself, and so. Okay,
I thought he was supposed to actually. I thought that thing was supposed to actually go down today. That he was going to make his decision. And it was going to be public record. He's still dragging his heels on it.
Yeah, he's still dragging his heels. Nothing's been big about it. Nothing official has come out. I mean, you can't fucking tweet this shit. Twitter is just like the regulation. It's not Twitter. Facebook is not the regulation. Twitter is not policy. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. I certainly also at the same time appreciate without papers and the acknowledgement that being a land of immigrants, and the fact that we all did go through one entryway.
Yeah.
And, did our level best to did it. Of course, times are a little bit different. We were definitely trying to populate as much of this territory as we could. We still got a shit ton of shit in the Southwest that needs to be populated, but they're certainly not coming into the back door to do that. But, the front door. But in any case, yeah, it's a tough call. I mean, in that regard, and you know, my empathy to those who tried to follow the bureaucratic red tape process, the miles and miles of paperwork, the thousands of dollars, and the years and years.
Oh my God! You have no idea.
Bring over ice.
Yeah, as I say, I'm about to say, I brought over several foreign spouses, and I'm telling you what, man, the bitches are expensive, man. Unappreciative bitches.
Yes,
but
they
fucking,
are.
yeah, dude. Fucking.
And they're only half as expensive as the rest of their mothers and their fathers and aunts and uncles and sisters.
No, these were Europeans, so they didn't have to worry.
Okay, well,
about...
no. No, if you're European, you're good, man. Don't mess up and grab a Filipino. Oh, snap.
But
man, you're getting them all.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where we're fucking, you know, KJ brought up a point and I brought up some points, and then again, this is the whole idea, the dialogue of it. And again, I obviously, if the kid, because I brought the scenario of both parents dying, or the boy, you know, because some of them, believe it or not, when they get here, some of them have, I like their style. They have kids pretty old, like, you know, I got baby ice and I'm pushing 50, you know what I mean? And he's a toddler.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, I feel your pain, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
My ass is more worn out.
Yeah,
my ass is more worn out from chasing little snake around, and my ass is, pushing 50 like you.
Yeah, me and you are about the
2-year-old.
same. Yeah,
oh, shit.
Exactly. Me and you got the same age going. We got toddlers, and I'm telling you what, I mean, damn.
What were we thinking?
Yeah, no, I don't mind having more. I don't care. I'll keep having them. I don't give a shit. But my point being is that there are some scenarios where some of their parents will pass away at that age. So we brought that up too. So, but anyways.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, that's you know, and the other gentleman who he called it, their parents who drug them up here chasing the better dream, but did it the wrong way. I mean, they're assholes. They put their children in this situation. And it's not the kid's fault. That's a fact. But the parents are certainly assholes for it. And somewhere, somehow down the line, there's got to be some level of accountability. And, you know, I don't know what it is. And it's more of a moral conundrum than I'm willing to take on. How about that?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's an interesting situation because since we've been talking about this, I've been looking up the statistics.
And what'd you find?
That are benefiting from the DACA and the Dreamers, and the Dream Act. They, it's called the DACA now. They're all my age. They're all 25, 26, 27. And they have no identity with the home of their parents, of Mexico, Central America, Europe, Canada, even. They said the Pledge of Allegiance every morning. And, you know, there's this one gentleman I'm reading about that can't wait till he turns 18 so he can enlist. He's thrilled. And it's just a remarkable thing that you have an entire generation of children that have gotten their almost Americans, the non-immigrant immigrants. It's insane how many people are actually in this group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
it's a tough one.
Yeah.
And they're all talking shit about their parents too. Holy shit.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those situations. And how many illegals do we have in this country? Millions, billions.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I got to close it up.
Yeah.
I got to close it up, guys. It's already
all right, man.
All right. Thanks for calling up, Stangus.
No worries, folks. We'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be good. Keep the rubber side down. Ciao.
All right, have a good one.
Oh, wait. Dia con Dios, amigos.
Anda pues. See you.
Me gusta.
All right. Yeah.
Me gusta.
It's not funny to you. I tell you, I have to feed my family.
These was.
You laugh at me.
Oh, man. Well, I got to close it up. Shit. We didn't expect everyone to fucking call in so much to hear some arguing and shit going on. I didn't mean for you guys to, my bad. Everyone's...
See, I'd be like, boom, 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 boom. Everybody get down. See, boom, boom.
fuck is fucker? You guys get out of here so I can do some shit.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, y'all have a good one. Anyways, so pay attention to the current news right now of what we got going on for Hurricane Irma. It is rocking and rolling, and apparently once it gets to Florida, sometime at the end of the week. All right, WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, man?
What's up, dude? You know, like you're calling.
So,
what's up? Go ahead. Hurry up, quick. You only got like a few seconds.
Okay, so I kind of came halfway in your conversation. So you actually don't support the, or you do support the removal of illegal immigrants and everything, correct?
You just told me I do or don't. No,
Well,
that was the whole argument that we were talking about right now. Is that me personally, I don't give a fuck. But the thing is that I say that it's incentivizing the criminalization of doing it. That's what all I was trying to say. Again, and we did bring up specific scenarios of elderly parents or kids that are left without their parents and all that. Why? What's up?
Yeah, that kind of sucks. But a buddy of mine actually sent me an article not too long ago about California shortages right now. Since like 2008, they deported more and more people, illegal immigrants and everything, and there's a huge shortage right now in California. And started looking at as far as agriculture costs and everything, prices of food, it's gone up like considerably, like a scary amount. You know, you look at avocados, for instance, major exporter in California, and they've gone up about 80 cents in the last 4 years, which is kind of scary. So I mean, there is benefit to having illegal immigrants and everything.
Well, that's kind of like saying, well, okay, here's the thing, the way I see it when it comes to that. I'm so glad you talked about that because I am from that area, that what you speak of. And the way I see it is that is prohibiting the technology for ag farming, because they're not just out there just picking it on their own like the old days in McFarland or Fresno or Modesto or down further south. They're not doing it like you think they're doing it. They're actually there are technologies out there. They have machines doing it, and they're just there to sort the food out, and some farms. I think if there's a shortage, let me know so I can get a bus full of homeless veterans to get them a job. Because I'm pretty sure some of the bullshits that they get in there. Because I remember when I was a kid. And KG, when you said my father, about my father, he died when I was 6. Okay. And we were in that area, and I was in the fields with my mom, picking, and that's the way we could, that was the way we could fucking survive. I don't care about my Persec right now. My thing is that there's no excuse for that when there are emerging technologies for that type of harvesting. Other countries don't seem to have that issue when it comes to harvesting some of their crops either. You don't see them bringing in illegal Turkish guy. Well, I shouldn't say that because he brought Turks in to rebuild World War II. But I can't really think that there would be that much of a percentage of costing that much of an impact on the economy by deporting all of them. Because then you place who's hiring them. You criminalize the individuals that are hiring them, right? Because you have the farmers, the owners of those ranches, the owners of those corporations. Do you know how many I'd say for fucking Del Monte, and you're talking about Dole, how many people are in the fields picking for them? Are you going to hold them liable or or issue them fines for harboring illegal aliens to do that work just because of a impact that what I think, being that the economy is already an inanimate, I wouldn't say inanimate, but it's more of it's a living organism. It would be the same thing. Yes, the impact would be high, but just like oil, those food commodities, as far as avocados, oranges, and strawberries, I think would increase, but then decrease once the emerging technologies for that type of harvesting would get developed. You can't do it if someone's doing it for you.
Yeah, I haven't read too much into it, and I don't know if there's an actual correlation with the deportation and everything going on, but like I said, I have to do some more research and kind of look into it and see what the reason is. But you kind of bring it up in an interesting point as far as like homeless people and everything. There's not really a program out there to get homeless people into that work position, because then you have to train them, feed them, house them, and all these things. There's not large programs that do this on a large basis. So that's also an issue.
Correct, but there are also some farms in Central and Southern California that house them there, and I'm pretty sure a homeless person to save up some cash wouldn't mind being held up in a farm where he's got a roof over his head and all that, and he's at least got something and a decent job to go out and do it. Does that makes any sense? I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I know this. I mean, because you're hitting us at the end of our show, and so the reason why I picked it up because you were like the last guy before I said, "Hey, we got to do some house cleaning."
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you answering, and you guys keep doing you. All right.
Yeah. Hey, hey, man. Thanks for the call, man. It's always good to have a good dialogue.
All right. Take care.
Yeah. Have a good one. So y'all didn't know that, did you? Am I just dropping the knowledge bombs on you, Pookie and KJ?
You blew my mind, man.
I'm old, man. Come on, dude.
And shit, I thought I was getting old, but you might have got me beat, man.
Your retirement presents are now including a box of Depends.
Watch the movie McFarland that talks about the story of Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez was the first guy to mainstream the term wetback. So if you watch this movie, he was against illegal immigration because of the hindrance of that. So it's a pretty fascinating story if you look him up. But other than that, we got to do freaking house cleaning. What am I missing? What am I missing? Do I got any cut sheets or do I got anything?
You're missing everything right now, man.
I'm all over the place, dude. Let's see. So we have a guest next week coming on, and this guy here, I think he's coming on. When's he coming on, Mom?
The next week's guest, Wednesday.
Wednesday. So he's gonna come on. That's gonna be next Wednesday. It's gonna be on Jim Beam's show, and dude, this guy humped the freaking Appalachian Trail, like all of it, and did it for his buddy who was killed. Hang on, let me read my script. I got the ladies that they get the ass if I don't read the script specifically the way they want me to write it or say it, so I got to do it right, or otherwise.
Actually, we prefer you guys to come up with your own stuff because our grammar sucks. But okay.
Oh no, I could go over the freaking the grammar part. I just that there's you guys give us some good bios. So, anyways, Wednesday we have Andre Crawford. He's the guy that's going to begin his hike. He began his hike at Springer Mountain in Georgia on April 26th, and then he summited Mount Katahdin. How do you pronounce that? Katahdin? Katahdin.
You're way off.
Whoa, Katahdin. On August 24th, completed the distance was 2,189 miles, covering more than 14 states, and he did the hike, finished something that the former team leader of his, Sergeant Derek Tanner, and himself planned together during the time together while they're deployed in OIF. And then Sergeant Tanner, unfortunately, took his own life upon his ETS day. And then Andre, a disabled veteran with 100% rating for PTSD, among other things, saw it as a mission to do this incredible walk. Dude, that's badass. I think that's badass. Yeah, he's going to be on Jim Beams. The week we're going to have, on September 11th, we're going to have a guest on Monday. We don't know what's going to happen with broadcasting because some of the broadcasting abilities will be affected by the hurricane that's supposedly going to happen that week.
Oh, I probably should reschedule that.
And so to include some of the events that we have as far as promoting our outside the station bike ride, we got Mud Puppy and we have Mike Golf riding from Nine Line headquarters to Fort Stewart to Fort Gordon to Comfort Farms and then to Fort Benning and then stop at Ride On Bikes in Columbus, Georgia. So it's going to be a good event. However, this might change our mission a little bit due to weather. And if this happens, okay, am I going to get flushed? All right, WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air, man. What's up?
Hey there, who's this?
Who's this?
This is Teresa. Okay, I don't know the new admins. I used to come back a while back, and I just wanted to say hi. Okay. You know, I don't like talking on the phone. I hate people, but I'm back. So.
Okay. Welcome
I
back.
like you guys, you know.
All right, cool. Welcome back. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Are you
better? Booted ban me, so that little sucker can die. So.
Oh.
But yeah, back
whoa,
around.
Whoa.
But I'm back.
All right. Later.
Yeah,
Have a good
I started coming in when you guys first set up the radio station, way back then, dude. So yeah.
Cool.
Red Lake doesn't know me, so I'm the emo redhead bitch. Ask them about that. They'll figure it out.
All right. Thanks a lot.
That's the easiest way to put it. Emo redhead. Okay, you have a good night, man. Bye.
Yeah. Wow. Who was the? Okay, we'll have to.
Fun.
Fun. So, anyways, we might have to do some of our events are gonna have to get rescheduled due to this fucking storm on the East Coast because there's gonna be some WTF Nation Radio, U.S. Army WTF Moments coverage of that. So that might not happen. So there might be a disruption of service on WTFNationRadio.com due to the fact that we might end up playing some rebroadcasts or some podcasts or something like that, just because of what the storm is going to bring on the East Coast going up to what was that, Florida? Because damn, dude, this supposedly is going to be like Category 6 by the time it gets here. Is that the fucking?
It's they're anticipating it to be a typhoon level storms, typhoon level winds, and it's currently a Cat 4 in the Atlantic.
Damn, dude, it's gonna be fucking crazy.
Global warming.
Yeah, whatever. Climate change.
I blame my people.
It's climate. Matt Damon. Hey, did someone talk about climate change? So yeah, so hang tight. So the next couple of weeks, due to the, like I said, some of us this week we'll have normal running operations, but then the week of September 11th is going to be kind of hectic due to the fact that we have the guys maybe or maybe not doing the ride, and then we're going to be having on the spot Facebook live feeds coming from the ride, and then we'll have members of U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, covering some of that stuff too. So y'all hang in there, but don't worry about it. I mean, once we get this knocked out, then hopefully we can get we'll see where the storm is at, and then we'll be able to bring you guys quality entertainment as always. So with that, you guys got anything for me?
Nope. Just have a good night. Tune in tomorrow night with Minx and Grey Cloud.
Minx and the Grey Cloud. Sorry, Grey Cloud. I didn't mean to steal your North Korea thunder there because we were on a roll. But anyway, I want to kill the Facebook live feed right now, so y'all have a good one on Facebook. Like, see ya. Take it easy. And then Mixer, we're going to be blasting some tunes and closing it up. And then that's it. So y'all have a good one. And shots.
Shots.
Yeah, you guys are supposed to say shots, man.
Shots.
God, dude.
I'm slow right now.
No, well.
Shots.
There you go. Happy birthday, Pookie. So, but
thank you.
All right, y'all have a good one. See you.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its scenes while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never shared. And no one dared. Just burn the sound of silence. Fools say that you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Play my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops fell, and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. Inside flashed out his warning, and the words that it was forming. In the signs and the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the
You said you'd never ever break.
Some of the people appointed to give an opinion never do get it. I want you to come on and gobble a Jimmy and die. Need to be given the remedy and why critics are really the enemy and can't stand the way they slam today's gifted. Effing incredible, get fanned away with grants to pay. This gem well a scripted, definite impeccable. Right or I'm gonna put everything in a flow. I'm the nine, I'ma look very mean when I'm foe. Scribe-a-lomedy has never been at a show. By the time it'll be better living in the stove. Cause they wrote nothing but lies. Quotes stuck in my eyes, amateur writer dissing. He's a beginner and hopes for your demise. Folks, I'm a despise, never do try to listen. It's real, I'm mad. Clueless when you scribble on your pad. How you gonna criticize with a chisel on your ass, sizzle in your ass? You don't really get why I'm so pissed. Understand this. Understand this. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my Yes, I'm.
Tell me that I'm famous. Tell me that you're not alone. When did it break before it's about to? We've been here before. I never want to change. I'm afraid, sure.
bitches, they love visuals.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.